a legend. We never kill him, coming in the hustle. Loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the air. This moment happens once in a lifetime. My heart pumping, adrenaline pipeline. Right mind, right brain, bright light, right game. Our time, walk tall, never slip, never fall. Win it all, never get, stand proud, never sit. Here it is, do or die. One chance, let it fly. Fourth quarter, bottom line. Gold water, time to shine. Time is mine, believe it, baby. Champions here, they need it, baby. I got enough bravado, don't need no lucky lotto. I eat your face like Tyson when he had the motto. This is my chance to shine in front of millions and see me back in the building. Damn right, hustle, loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the hustle. Loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the hustle. Loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the hustle. Loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the air. This moment happens once in a lifetime. My heart pumping, adrenaline pipeline. Right mind, right brain, right light, right game. Our time, walk tall, never slip, never fall. Win it all, never get, stand proud, never sit. Here it is, do or die. One chance, let it fly. Fourth quarter, bottom line. Gold water, time to shine. Time is mine, believe it, baby. Champions here, they need it, baby. I got enough bravado, don't need no lucky lotto. I eat your face like Tyson when he had the motto. This is my chance to shine in front of millions and see me back in the building. Damn right, hustle, loyalty, respect, a legend. We never kill him, coming in the hustle. Loyalty, respect.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome everybody to a great show that is sure to be great, as they used to say in WWE. This is Royal Wrestling Alliance. It is a sequel to, first of all, I'm Donovan Santiago. Not the Prince just yet, you'll see, we'll get to that in a second. But basically this is a sequel I wrote for exclusively just for Zoom, maybe the stage one day, who knows, I don't know. And it's a sequel to my old wrestling promos if you were there. For that great 4 hours that we had on Zoom. Everybody was so excited by the end of it. I'm just kidding. It was super fun. And a lot of these characters have come back now. Well, the characters that I created, obviously, for a sequel with a storyline, intrigue, mystery, maybe a little romance. I'm not the best romance writer, but there are some flashbacks. We're going to learn some origins about certain characters. If you always wanted to know about the Prince and El Loco in detail, well, now you're going to see them. How come Rebecca, the Prince's wife, has a different last name? What? But his son still has the same last name? You are going to find that out tonight. So like I said, I wrote this exclusively, I can't even speak, for Zoom. So this is going to be super fun and super exciting. But I don't want to spoil anybody who's in it just yet. So without any further ado, though, we can officially get this started. We're going to have Kavita start with the stage directions, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everyone. I guess we'll get started, and with a great title, it's The New Start. Interior, the wrestling ring. A man sits in the middle of the ring, surrounded by darkness and with the light shining on him. This man has a hood on his head. The hood is a vibrant yellow and has glowing glitter all over it. Next to the hooded man is a chair with a crown on it. The man picks up the golden crown. The crown has 7 gems in it, each a different color. All of a sudden, the song King of King hits. This man takes off his hood to reveal the Prince. The Prince speaks, looking at the main camera.
It's been a long time. Welcome back. Welcome to the new era. This is the Royal Wrestling Alliance, or RWA.
All of a sudden, the crowd can be heard. The lights go up to reveal the prince surrounded by fans.
RWA! 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 RWA!
The commenters then appear on the sideline. On the right is Lena Dina. She has an 80s hairstyle and bright outfit. She has big earrings and makeup on. She very much lives in the 80s. Then on the right is Henry Cherry. He is a big man with a deep voice and bald head. He is in a suit and tie. Both sit at the commenters' table by the ringside.
Welcome, everybody, to RWA!
I'm ready for this, Mr. Cherry.
I've been ready for this. Lena Dina, it's been too long since we've seen the prince.
Well, I'm excited to see who else shows up. I heard Mr. Loco is around. Some say the killer is in the area.
We can't forget about Rebecca Williams as well, former wife of the prince. I heard they had a lot of unfinished business.
Well, it's hard when the relationship ended the way it did.
The prince picks up the mic as he is still in the ring.
This is only the start. Let's start a new universe for all of you fans. We will have a number of episodes leading into a fun pay-per-view. I hope you are all ready for this wild ride. Our time is now. No one's time is up.
This is going to be one hell of a ride.
I agree. Let's get this ride started.
Episode 1. Interior. RWA GM office. A suited man is talking on the phone in a pink suit.
Yeah, the world title's coming tonight. Of course. I know what I'm doing. They did not hire me because of my good luck, did they? I got this. You're always welcome. See you later, Mr. Abe.
The prince comes into the office.
Well, hang up your cell phone.
I have to go.
The pink suited man hangs up.
Donovan, the prince. Great intro.
GM Xavier, good to see you again.
It's always good to see a friend, indeed. So what's up? You here to hang out, maybe watch a movie? I just produced another Pink Dog movie. Pink Dog versus Madar, Warrior of Joe. This time, we included the space demon from the ice world of Saturn.
Look. I love your sci-fi movies. Some of the best in recent years. But I'm here because of that world title.
Well, what is it?
Well, I want the world title. Look, I helped fund this place. It's only fair that I'm awarded the world championship.
Now, hold on a bit. That'd be great. Hell, you'll be a great champion, but just because you funded a company does not give you the right to be the first world champion.
Excuse me. I saved the goddamn queen. The one and only queen. You remember, right?
I do. From the fire. But this is also a TV show. We need ratings. You'll get a shot, but it'll be in the style of a tournament.
Are you kidding me?
An 8-person tournament tonight. In the ring, you read the list of who's in the tournament.
Are you kidding me? I have to read the list?
You want to fund this place? Now help run it.
You son of a bitch.
The prince storms out. GM Xavier laughs. Interior. The wrestling ring. King of King hits as the prince comes out. He is wearing his royal robe and has his crown. He looks mad. He comes out and puts his pinkies up as Sparks Pyro comes out. The crowd is booing the prince.
Looks like the prince is mad.
Well, I'd be mad too. I think he should be champion.
But GM Xavier's right. We need ratings. If Prince just gets the gold, then who will we watch?
People are hungry for wrestling. Plus, the Prince is a household name.
The Prince is in the ring and he has a mic.
Put the golden spotlight on me.
The arena goes dark as the golden spotlight focuses on the Prince.
Boo! You suck! Boo!
Shut the hell up. Things should have been different. I funded this place. I did the intro for this place. Everything was going so well. I should have been the world champion already. But I guess I don't have complete control. So be it. I'm a former champion. I've held gold in the RWF, WWA, BEW, and yes, even TCW. I am the collector of gold. This world title will be no different. Just another gold added to my collection. You see, once I had that title, I'll snap everybody out of this world. Because I am much too royal for this.
The Prince is cut off by army music. The Prince looks up.
What the?
A man in an army uniform appears. We only see the name tag first, El Loco. Then the full body of Mr. El Loco comes into frame.
It's him, the best friend of the Prince.
My God, Mr. El Loco, the war vet.
Mr. El Loco has long hair and a goatee. He is wearing camo wrestling pants along with his army uniform shirt. The crowd is going crazy.
El Loco! El Loco! El Loco! El Loco!
El Loco's music stops. He picks up a mic.
Good to see you, Prince. You are looking as slim as ever.
The Prince shows off his abs to the crowd.
I mean, that makes sense. You only have enough food in your house for yourself now.
Oh, shit!
The Prince picks up his mic.
Real funny. Making a joke because my wife left me. You should be a stand-up. Anyway, what do you want?
Calm down. Look, last time I checked, we're still friends.
The Prince is about to respond, but El Loco speaks.
Wait a second. Maybe let me refresh your memory. Roll the clip.
On the screen, a video starts to play. A title appears, The Attack, as the promo package starts. Interior graveyard. A priestess speaking.
We are gathered here to bury the former tag team partner of Mr. El Loco. Quinn was a good man.
The Prince, El Loco, and Rebecca are crying. Interior RWF backstage. The Prince and El Loco are backstage.
I will be your tag team partner.
You are a good friend.
Interior RWF ring. We see the two competing in tag team matches. We hear a voice of one of the commenters in the video.
These two have been best friends for a long time.
The Prince and El Loco lose match after match.
These two, they've lost 3 tag team matches in a row. How would they fare against the tag team champions?
The Prince and El Loco are in the ring.
We can do this. You're my best friend.
The two hug. Text appears on the screen. Tag team title match. The RFW tag team gold floats across the screen. We see the Prince and El Loco looking more focused than ever.
Oh, this may be the last chance for this tag team.
The tag team champions come out wearing silver spandex. The bell rings.
Oh, here we go.
The Prince and man number 1 go to war with each other. The Prince is throwing a flurry of punches and has the upper hand. The Prince then lands a Prince Slam. The Prince tags in Mr. El Loco. El Loco goes for a kick and starts to destroy the person in the ring. Mr. El Loco is then taken advantage of as the man is able to tag out. Man number 2 controls the match. El Loco tries to fight, but is getting beat down. The Prince wants to be tagged in, but El Loco refuses to tag in.
Tag me in.
El Loco was pinned in the last 2 matches. I think he wants to prove himself.
Tag me in.
The prince is pulled off the apron by the other tag team person. The tag team then lands a finishing move on El Loco, who is pinned for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
That may have been their last tag team title shot.
The prince gets in the ring and picks up El Loco. The two hug. All of a sudden, the prince lands a low blow on El Loco. The prince then lands a prince slam. Once El Loco is on the floor, he lands 3 royal leg drops.
Oh, the prince is furious.
You let your pride get in the way. You are a dumb son of a bitch.
The prince goes under the ring and pulls out a chair with spikes and barbed wire.
Oh my God, it's the Dominator chair.
The prince gets in the ring and gives a chair shots to El Loco, who is blood.
Oh, I am blood.
Someone stop this brutal attack.
The prince then destroys the ring and reveals the wood under the mat. The prince lands a brutal DTD on El Loco with his face landing on the wood.
Oh, stop this. He's got a wife, he's got kids, stop this.
The prince picks up the mic.
Go back to the army, you dumb bastard.
What have we witnessed here?
The prince is smiling as the video package comes to an end.
Boo.
Wait for stage directions.
Interior the wrestling ring. The crowd is booing the prince.
Traitor! Traitor!
Local baby. That was a long time ago. I'm a change prince. Look, since we were in this tournament, I'll make you a deal. I mean, I know how mistreated veterans are in this country. I'll give you $1 million to drop out of this tournament.
Mr. El Loco looks around.
Hell no. You never got what you deserve. I'm going to show you why I am El Loco.
Mr. El Loco grabs the prince and forces him in the corner. El Loco then throws the prince around. El Loco then forces the prince in the corner.
I'm going to break you in half.
Things have broken down really quick.
What do you expect from a betrayal like that?
The lights go out. A red light flashes.
We've lost power.
What is that red light?
El Loco lets go the prince as the red light flashes. As the light keeps flashing, a large shirtless man with red tights is seen behind El Loco. He has a monster-like mask. The lights turn on to reveal the large man, who is a foot taller than El Loco.
My God, that man has to be 8 foot tall.
Dear Lord.
The man picks up El Loco and lands a pile driver as El Loco is laid out. The prince gets on mic as the crowd boos.
You suck!
See, El Loco, I'm in what is known as the chess master. I'm always 2 steps ahead of you. Please allow me to welcome another former friend of yours. Please welcome the killer, if the killer can come on camera.
My God, it's the killer. He's back.
This is bad news for El Loco.
Once this tournament starts, I will destroy anybody who gets in my way.
On the video screen, GM Xavier appears.
Next week, Prince, you will have your first match in the tournament. The brackets will be announced next week. Oh, and one last thing. I forgot to tell you all what our show name is. Welcome to your weekly RWA show. Wartime! Good night, everybody.
The screen fades to black with the prince and the killer standing over El Loco's body. Episode 2. Interior RWA GM office. GM Xavier moves into frame.
Jim Xavier.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm coming. I'm in the bathroom. Okay. Well. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry about that. What page am I on?
Page 10. Episode 2.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Okay, welcome to tonight's episode of Wartime. From now on, all shows will take place right here in the RWA arena. Tonight, we have the first 2 matches of this tournament. The Killer versus Sunglasses, Jim and Mickey. The Rat versus Prince. You will also hear from the Prince, Jules the Historian, and Nicole Van Power. This is Wartime!
The video package plays, and we all the great superstars of the show. We see David, the Honeyman, the Prince, and all the others posing. The logo Wartime appears. This is all to the song of Back in Black by AC/DC. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. The pyro goes off as the music is playing.
Welcome to Wartime.
This is going to be a hell of a night.
Back in Black finishes playing as the King of Kings plays and the Prince comes out. The Killer is coming out with him.
Last week, these two took out Mr. El Loco.
Because of that attack, Mr. El Loco is not here tonight, but he'll be back for his match next week.
The Prince and the Killer get in the ring. The Prince holds up a mic and starts to speak. King of King fades out.
Last week, I showed why I am still a top-tier superstar. Me and the Killer beat the old army vet, El Loco. Or should I say, El Luku. I'm sure you got great care at the VA. Maybe you should just stay in the VA with all the other old vets.
No, you suck! You suck!
The Killer grabs a mic of his own. In a demonic voice, he starts to speak.
Yeah, you just quiet down. You quiet down. Our Lord the Savior is speaking.
The crowd is silent.
That is right. I am the Lord and Savior. I am the God in each federation I am in. I make a name for myself, and I am head and shoulders above anybody else. I will destroy El Loco and be the first ever RWA champion. Now, another ding.
Miss Lowe by Dick Dale plays as Sunglasses Jim appears. He has an open Hawaiian shirt, blonde hair, pink tights, and sunglasses. He also has a pink surfboard with the name Sally Two Ducks. Sunglasses Jim puts his board down and his music fades out.
Oh, we can't hear you, Sunglasses Jim. Use the mic.
Hey, what's happening, bros?
The Killer and the Prince both look at each other. They then look at Sunglasses Jim.
Like, how goes it, my dudes?
The Killer and the Prince look at each other again.
Well, we do know Sunglasses Jim will face the Killer tonight.
A first round tournament match. 2 very different superstars.
Allow me to introduce myself. First, how's everyone here in Boston?
Boston, Boston, Boston.
Now, I know Boston is not known for its waves, but that Cheers bars is the chef's kiss.
Sunglasses Jim does a chef's kiss.
What the hell do you want? I get it. You have a match with the Killer.
Well, yes, I do. You know what? You should be a Sherlock Holmes detective because you just cracked the case. Anyway, my name is Sunglasses Jim. I'm from San Francisco. I ride the waves like a construction worker making the Empire State Building, one wave at a time.
Sunglasses Jim turns to the fans.
No matter what I'm always wearing, my sunglasses, I'm making sure a good time is had by all. You two are starting to look like two big dampers. I mean, Prince, you saved the queen, and you've had to stick up your bum ever since.
Ooh, stick up the bum. Stick up the bum.
As far as the killer, you remind me of Frankenstein, tall and boring.
You idiot! It's Frankenstein's monster. Dr. Victor Frankenstein was the creator.
Apples and bananas. It's all the same to me, bro. Because when I'm done with the match, I'll be surfing on the killer.
The killer then lands a big boot on Sunglasses Jim.
My God, what a big boot.
Referee Small John Healy runs down to the ring.
Stop this! I'm the referee!
Thank God we've got a ref.
That's it! You are out of here!
Oh. Do that dialogue, Kavita.
Oh. Sunglasses Jim is getting up and the prince runs over and lands a low blow. Sunglasses Jim falls to his knees in pain.
That's it! You're out of here!
What? You can't do that. I'm the royal son of a bitch.
See you later, asshole!
Looks like the prince is out of here.
The killer goes to the prince on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, I'll destroy him, boss, right? Yeah, he'll be a victim.
Send him to the dark realm.
The prince walks away. The killer gets in the ring. Sunglasses Jim is getting up.
Do you want to move forward with this match?
Totally, bro.
Sunglasses Jim is in pain.
After a low blow to the baby maker, I'm amazed that he's up.
He has built up a lot of stamina from surfing. Perhaps that helped.
The match graphic appears. Round 1 of the RWA World Championship Tournament. The killer and Sunglasses Jim appear on the screen.
Ring the bell!
The bell rings. Match 1. The killer versus Sunglasses Jim. The killer rushes right out of the gate and squashes Sunglasses Jim in the corner. The killer then gives many clotheslines to Sunglasses Jim in the corner.
Get him out of the corner!
The killer then grabs Sunglasses Jim and gives a massive headbutt. Sunglasses Jim falls to the ground. The killer then picks up SJ and throws him across the ring.
Looks like the killer's playing with his food.
If he can end this, he should just do it so. Who knows if Sunglasses Jim can make a comeback?
The killer picks up SJ and then lands a massive German suplex that sends SJ under the top rope.
We have to remember that the killer was in RWF, WWA, and I4 in I4.
He was also in ECWF.
Yeah.
He was a former ECWF hardcore champion and I4 in L4 Singapore champion.
He's also one of the most brutal superstars. I mean, look at that mask.
The killer goes outside and the ref starts counting.
1, 2.
SJ lands a few punches, but they barely faze the killer. The killer then starts to choke SJ. The killer then throws SJ into the steel steps back first.
6, 7.
This may end in a count out.
Reminder that this is our first ever RWA match. These two are making history.
It seems like Jim may not even get a proper shot in.
Well, when you're attacked beforehand, it puts a damper on your skills.
The killer and SJ are in the ring. The killer goes for the pin.
1, 2.
SJ kicks out at 2.
Looks like the surfer still has life.
The killer starts to stomp on SJ. The killer then lands a massive belly-to-belly suplex, but SJ lands on his feet. SJ then lands many kicks to the knees of the killer.
What a landing!
Looks like the surfer dude has educated feet.
SJ starts using his spread to land many kicks on the killer. The killer is attempting to block, but can't block all of them. SJ backs the killer into a corner. SJ then lands a big splash. The killer is still standing. SJ just does another big splash, and the killer is still standing. SJ goes for a third big splash, but the killer dodges it and grabs SJ's neck.
Are we going to see the choke slam?
The killer lifts up SJ for the choke slam, but SJ jumps out of it, lands behind the killer. SJ then manages to use his speed to push the killer, who falls out of the ring. SJ then sees the killer getting up. SJ yells,
"Surf's up!"
SJ does a running dive out of the ring.
Is this the famous dive we read about?
I think it is.
SJ does the dive, but is punched hard by the killer.
My God!
SJ has fallen to the ground.
Lights out!
1, 2, 3.
The killer lifts up SJ and then lifts him up for a choke slam. The killer lands a choke slam outside the ring.
Brutal choke slam!
The killer then throws SJ into the ring. The killer then stands up and lifts SJ up. The killer puts him over his shoulder.
Looks like Surf's up.
Yeah, in Pile Drive City.
The killer lands a pile driver. SJ is knocked out. The ref checks on him.
This match is over. The killer has won by TKO.
The bell rings. The ring announcer, Cheryl Thomas, comes in the ring. End of match 1.
The winner of this match by TKO, and moving on to the next round, the killer.
Oh, you suck! You suck!
The ref is checking in on SJ. All of a sudden, the killer pushes the ref and picks up the lifeless SJ. The killer throws out SJ out of the ring.
The match is over.
I guess the killer wants more.
He proved his point already.
The killer lands a massive standing powerbomb to SJ on the mat outside.
My dear Lord, a powerbomb from an 8-foot man.
Security rushes out and they check on SJ. The lights go out and a red light flashes. The lights then come back on to reveal the killer is gone. SJ is being attended to.
My God, what a brutal match.
Sunglasses Jim tried, but it was to no avail.
Interior RWA backstage. We see a woman in a dress. She is Sandy Dipper.
Hello, RWA Universe. I'm Sandy Dipper. I'll be the backstage correspondent for RWA. I have my first interview.
Jules, the historian, appears. He very much looks like Theodore Roosevelt. He also sounds like him.
Nice to meet you. Now, Jules, will you go one-on-one with Mr. El Loco on the next episode of Wartime? How do you feel about this?
Well, I do say I'm quite humbled to be here, and I'm ready to face El Loco. But I know it will be like nailing jelly to the wall.
Sandy looks confused.
But I've gotten out of worse messes. Once I had to wrestle a bear to protect my family. When I was exploring the tombs of Egypt, I got lost, but I found my way. I also once had to make a lion tap out. We both agreed to the match beforehand, of course.
But with El Loco being a former champion, does that worry you?
Well, no, I expect a great match. But I won the Tiger champion from a real tiger. If I can beat a tiger, I can beat El Loco.
All of a sudden, Nicole Von Power appears. MVP blocks the camera. Jules and Sandy see this.
Excuse me, we're doing an interview.
MVP walks up to Sandy.
Get out of here, little girl.
MVP is ripped and stands at 6'5". She is 1 inch taller than Jules.
You claim to be the historian. Well, do you know who I am?
I do say.
I bet you do not. I am the first multiple-time world champion. Well, first time for a woman. I am a 3-time Olympic gold medal winner, all 3 in track and field, and I'm here to win more gold.
Now listen. I have no issue with you. No need to be a bully.
MVP headbutts Jules. Jules falls to the ground.
Poppycock.
You see, here's the deal. I'm not afraid to mix it up with men. I've beat men of all shapes and sizes. When we cross paths, I'll beat you because there's no longer the world of men. Welcome to the world of Nicole Von Power, but you can call me MVP.
MVP kicks Jules in the gut. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. We are back ringside with Lena and Henry.
Superstars are starting to draw the line.
This is wartime. Anything can happen.
Speaking of which, up next is the Prince versus Mikey the Rat.
Mikey is a sneaky son of a gun.
But so is the Prince.
Looks like Battle of the Sneaks is up next.
Match 2, Mikey the Rat versus the Prince.
The following match is scheduled for one fall and is the second match in the RWA World Championship Tournament.
King of Kings hits as the Prince walks out wearing his royal robe and crown. He now has a royal staff as well.
Making his way to the ring originally from London, England, Donovan the Prince Santiago.
The Prince walks down the ramp smirking F-fans. The Prince gets in the ring and puts his pinky up.
Pinky still! Pinky still!
The music shifts to Unity by the Fat Rat. A small man in a white spandex with rat face paint comes out. The Prince gives a strange look.
And his opponent from the sewers of Iowa, Mikey the Rat.
Well, this is odd.
Well, remember, RWF had robots and a wrestling taco.
Wrestling is odd.
As Mikey the Rat walks out, he throws out pieces of cheese to the crowd. He yells into the crowd.
It's raining cheese.
We love cheese! We love cheese!
The crowd.
Oh, sorry.
The crowd is behind Mikey.
He needs to be careful. The Prince is known for laying traps.
Mikey gets in the ring. He attempts to shake the hand of the Prince, but the Prince slaps his hand out of the way. The crowd boos. Referee Dwayne Santos is in the ring.
Dwayne, on your line, referee.
What do you want us to do?
Unmute.
Unmute.
Turn on your mic.
Ring the bell!
The bell rings. The two square up. The Prince attempts to grab Mikey, but he runs off.
Mikey may be too quick.
The Prince has more power. Perhaps speed's the way to take him down.
The Prince attempts to grab Mikey, but Mikey runs in between his legs. The Prince grabs one of his legs. Mikey then kicks away the Prince, who lands in the corner turnbuckle area. The Prince rushes to get Mikey. Mikey jumps up and gets the Prince in a headlock. The Prince is trying to escape the headlock. The Prince elbows Mikey and is able to get free. However, Mikey gets behind the Prince and wraps his arms around the stomach area.
Looks like the old wear down move.
The Prince elbows Mikey, but misses. Mikey then jumps over the Prince using a sunset flip. Mikey struggles to bring down the Prince. The Prince grabs Mikey from the ground and pulls him up.
The power of the Prince.
The Prince headbutts the smaller Mikey. The Prince then lands a hip toss. With Mikey on the ground, the Prince applies an arm lock.
This is very much a game of cat and mouse.
You give up!
No.
Mikey gets up slowly and manages to land a few punches on the Prince. The Prince is dazed for a moment. Mikey then runs from the ropes and lands a crossbody. The Prince falls on the ground but rolls out while holding Mikey. The Prince then lands a fallaway slam and throws Mikey over the top rope.
Watch out!
Mikey goes flying into the two commenters as he bounces off the table. The Prince steps out of the ring. The commenters' headsets have disconnected for the time being.
1, 2, 3!
The Prince rushes out of the ring and grabs Mikey. The Prince throws Mikey into the ring. The prince lands a body slam, and Mikey is flat on his back in the middle of the ring. The prince then climbs the top rope.
We are back!
That was a wild move by the prince.
Now it looks like he's ready for some top rope fun.
The prince jumps off the top rope with an elbow drop. At the last moment, Mikey dodges the move.
Crash and burn.
Mikey gets up. The crowd is cheering.
Mikey, Mikey, Mikey.
Mikey lands punch after punch on the prince. Mikey then lands a tornado DTT. With the prince on the mat, Mikey climbs up the top rope.
What is Mikey thinking?
Mikey lands the 5-star rat splash. Mikey goes for the pin.
1, 2.
The prince kicks out.
Mikey almost had it.
All of a sudden, the prince rolls up Mikey, but holds the tight.
1, 2, 3. Ring the bell.
The bell
Ring
rings.
the bell.
That son of a bitch cheated.
That is what the prince does.
Here is your winner, and moving on to the next round, Donovan the Prince Santiago.
Mikey is shocked. The prince gets up, raising his pinkies up. Mikey turns around, and the prince gives him a low blow to Mikey.
Oh.
Uncalled for.
The prince then lands the royal stunner. Mikey falls to the ground. All of a sudden, GM Xavier's music hits. GM Xavier comes out.
All right, GM Xavier.
Yeah, I'm here. Great match tonight. Well, of the first episode. But I just wanted you to say that next week will be episode 2. It will also feature our first special match type. Mr. El Loco and Julius the Historian will face in a table match. Now have a good night.
My God, a tables match?
This is going to be great.
See you all next week.
The prince is smiling in the ring as the show ends. End of episode 2. Episode 3. Exterior, the RWA arena. A soldier's boot appears in the frame. The camera pans up to reveal Mr. El Loco. He has a band-aid around his head.
Time to break some tables.
The crowd cheers. The video package plays, and we see all the great superstars of the show. We see David the Honeyman, the Prince, and all others posing. The logo Wartime appears. This is all to the songs of Back in Black by AC/DC. Interior, the RWA arena wrestling ring. The pyro goes off as Back in Black plays. Inside the ring, a huge honey jar is shown.
Welcome to another episode of Wartime.
Tonight, we have 2 more matches in our tournament. Plus, we will hear from the Prince and the Killer.
Seems like they have a match next week.
Will the 2 allies face each other? We first need to get through tonight's episode.
The music starts to fade out.
Speaking of which, what's with the big honey jar in the middle of the ring?
I have a theory.
The arena goes dark, and a spotlight shines on the honey jar. Here comes the honey plays.
Wait a second, this song sounds familiar.
Sounds like they replaced money with honey.
Out of the top of the jar, a shirtless blonde-haired man pops out covered in honey. The man is now coming out in slow motion.
That's David the Honeyman.
Or DTHM for short.
Or Honeyman. Lots of nicknames.
Cheryl starts to speak on the mic. David is out of the honey jar, but he starts to get stuck to the ring.
In the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, David the Honeyman.
The honey jar is lifted out of the ring, but David's legs are stuck to the mat. He is trying to break free, but can't. MVP's music hits. It is You've Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest. Referee Sally Dalton is in the ring. She is trying to help David out of the honey, which is now solid. MVP is in the ring as fans boo her.
Do you want to compete in this match?
I can do it. I can do it.
Are you sure?
MVP is in the other corner.
Now, how can David compete in this match?
I'm trying to figure it out. Perhaps it's pride? I mean, he's standing on his own 2 feet.
Maybe the honey was not such a good idea.
I can do it. Ring the bell.
Sally signals for the bell to be rung. Match 3. MVP versus David the Honeyman.
This will be interesting.
MVP lands a massive bicycle kick on David. The honey shatters and David falls to the ground hard. MVP goes for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Sally signals for the bell to be rung.
It's over! MVP wins!
This may be the shortest match yet.
Sally holds up MVP's hand.
Here is your winner, MVP!
End of match 3. MVP grabs the mic from Cheryl. MVP's music stops.
This is just the start of my era, my time, and my empire. When I win the RWA World Championship, I will then rule the RWA with an iron fist. David was just the first victim. Next week, I claim another.
MVP throws the mic on the floor as her theme song hits. Interior. RWA backstage. Sandy Dipper is backstage with Mr. El Loco.
Tonight, I'm talking with Mr. El Loco. Now, Mr. El Loco, how are you?
Not so good. I'm in pain, but you know what is worse than pain?
Mr. El Loco stares into the camera.
Losing a close friend like the Prince. I thought maybe we cleared things up, but because we failed to win tag team gold back in the day, he thought a brutal attack would solve the issue. The fact is, he just made it worse.
How do you feel about facing Jules tonight?
Jules is someone I've wanted to mix up with for a while. Funny thing is, I heard him during my WWA days. A man who made a bear tap out. A bear! That's amazing. But tonight, we face in a tables match. Now, back in the day, I was part of the Jackasses with Quinn. God rest his soul. Anyway, I would jump through tables like no tomorrow. However, this time, I'll have to avoid jumping through tables. I like Jules, but tonight, it's just another war.
Are you worried that the Prince and the Killer may try to interfere?
A little, but I've got eyes in the back of my head. Okay, so I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to kick ass tonight.
Mr. El Loco walks away.
Thank you, Mr. El Loco.
Interior, RWA GM office. GM Xavier is on the phone.
I love to bring the TCW superstars, but they have signed already. I hear the Ram and Little Men are free agents.
The Prince and the Killer come into the office.
I'll call you back.
The Prince has a briefcase, and GM Xavier hangs up his phone.
What can I do for you, boys?
It's quite simple. Next week, it seems like it will be me versus the Killer. Now, to be honest, that's not in our best interest.
Let me guess. You want me to do the old switch around? Not happening.
The Killer moves up to GM Xavier, who backs up.
Not this way, but this way.
The Killer backs up, and the Prince opens up the briefcase.
How about the Killer takes on whoever wins this next match, and I'll take on MVP. What do you say?
Give me time to think.
The Prince closes the briefcase.
You have until next week.
The Prince and the Killer walk out of the office. GM Xavier is sweating. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. Cheryl is in the ring.
The following match is another match in the RWA World Championship Tournament. Tonight it will be a tables match. Ooh.
Tables.
Match 4. Mr. El Loco versus Jules the Historian. Tables match. Yankee Doodle hits as Jules the Historian comes out riding a white horse.
My God, a white horse.
Is that George's horse?
Bush or Washington?
Bush had a horse?
Making his way to the ring, riding on Jack the Horse from Woodstock, New Hampshire, Jules the Historian.
Jules is riding on the horse as he comes down the ring. The ring has many tables around it. Referee Dilly Willy is in the ring already. Jules is holding a book with the words History of America on it. Jules gets off the horse and gets in the ring. The crowd is cheering.
Jules.
Jules' music fades out. The Army theme song plays, and we see Mr. El Loco appear.
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, Mr. El Loco.
Mr. El Loco takes off his bandages and walks to the ring.
El Loco is not 100% after that last attack.
But Loco can go. A former RWF tag team champion with Quinn, he knows what it's like to hold gold.
El Loco gets in the ring. Jules extends his hand. El Loco shakes his hand.
A sign of respect for these two.
After this, it will be a brutal fight. I mean, these two may have respect, but winning that title is all that matters to them. Plus, this being a tables match, well, that changes everything.
Ring the bell.
The bell rings. The two come face to face. El Loco takes off his green jacket, revealing his ripped body. Jules takes off his upper vest to reveal a strong man-type body. Then the fist starts flying. Both men club each other with blow after blow. El Loco gets the upper hand, and then Jules gets the upper hand. Both men then rush towards each other and land hockey punches. The crowd goes wild.
Both men are teeing off on each other.
Remember, this is no DQ as well.
El Loco knees Jules and then throws Jules into the corner. El Loco starts to chop Jules in the corner. The chop sounds like gunshots.
Dear Lord.
Sounds like a shotgun just went off.
Jules reverses the chops and gets El Loco in the corner. Jules land chops of his own. They also sound like gunshots. El Loco eats a few chops before reversing once again. El Loco has Jules in the corner, but Jules pushes El Loco away. El Loco charges at Jules, who rolls out of the way and into the middle of the ring. Jules lands a massive clothesline. El Loco gets up, and Jules lands another one. El Loco gets up again, and Jules kicks El Loco in the gut. Jules lands a running knee to El Loco, who looks like he is about to fall.
El Loco looks like a big red wood.
Jules needs to keep on top of El Loco.
Jules goes for a running DTT, but El Loco lands a huge spear that turns Jules inside out. The crowd goes crazy.
El Loco!
Massive spear.
El Loco goes outside and sets up a table in front of the ramp area and near the ring. El Loco then gets another table to set up. El Loco slides the tables in the ring. Jules is getting up in the ring. Jules lands a baseball slide to El Loco, who goes crashing into the guardrail.
El Loco has fallen!
These two are a good match for each other.
Both are super strong. The question is, who is the strongest?
Jules picks up El Loco, who has crashed on the ground. Jules smashes El Loco's head on the steel steps. Jules then throws El Loco into the railing again. Jules kicks El Loco in the guts and attempts a suplex on the outside. El Loco blocks the suplex and lands a suplex of his own. El Loco starts to get fired up. El Loco goes under the ring to get another table. El Loco slides that table under the bottom rope and into the ring.
2 tables in one ring?
Plus, that other one is still set up.
El Loco sets up both tables in the ring. He then places both in the center of the ring.
Tables, 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 tables.
El Loco is about to go outside and get Jules when Jules grabs his feet from the floor. Jules then pulls El Loco out of the ring. Both men start to brawl outside.
This is a brawl.
You can also tell these 2 men have respect for each other.
A respect brawl?
You are damn right.
El Loco gets better of Jules and throws him in the ring. Jules gets to his feet first and then starts to stomp El Loco. El Loco then grabs the foot of Jules and lands a takedown.
El Loco is a black belt in Taekwondo.
I also heard he was great in judo.
El Loco is land punches on Jules, who is trying to cover up. Jules pushes him off. El Loco kicks out the knee of Jules. El Loco then lands a headbutt on Jules.
Jules is dazed.
Out of nowhere, Jules lands a massive cutter. El Loco is down.
Wait a second, what a cutter!
I'm getting word now. Wait a second. This was his finishing move, the JHF.
JHF? Jules' historic finish.
That is correct. This may be all she wrote.
Jules puts El Loco on the table. El Loco is knocked out. Jules starts to climb the top rope.
This may be all she wrote.
All of a sudden, El Loco gets up and rushes up the top rope. El Loco lands a massive belly-to-belly suplex from the top ropes and through the tables.
It's over. Ring the bell.
The bell rings. El Loco and Jules are both knocked out in the rubble of the tables.
Here is your winner, Mr. El Loco.
Both men gave it their all.
El Loco's theme song is playing. A bunch of referees run out to check on both men. All of a sudden, Horns by Bryce Fox hits. GM Xavier comes out with a briefcase and a mic.
Cut my music and shut the hell up.
Boo, you suck.
Next week, things are different. Matches will change thanks to a certain prince.
What the hell?
El Loco, you will take on the killer. MVP will take on the prince. May the odds be in your favor.
GM Xavier laughs as his theme plays.
What the hell is going on?
El Loco and Jules are still in the rubble as the screen fades to black. End of episode 3. Episode 4. Interior. The RWA Arena Wrestling Ring. Cheryl is in the ring with the mic. The crowd is going wild.
Tonight, we will see 3 matches. The Killer versus Mr. El Loco. MVP versus the Prince. And both of these matches will be round 2 matches in the RWA World Championship Tournament. Then we will have a huge 6-man tag match. Mikey the Rat, Sunglasses Jim, and Jules take on 3 newcomers to the RWA. Welcome to the RWA Wartime.
The crowd cheers. The video package plays, and we see all the great superstars of the show. We see David, the Honeyman, the Prince, and all the others posing. The logo Wartime appears. This is all to the song of Back in Black by AC/DC. The video package ends. Interior. RWA GM office. GM Xavier is counting his money. MVP barges in. Security tries to restrain her.
Whoa, calm down. Let her be.
What's the damn deal? You can just be bribed and change matches? What the hell type of operation are you running?
Now hold on. I'm a businessman. I saw a business opportunity. Besides, I really doubt you want to face the killer.
MVP gets in Xavier's face.
I would tear up that son of a bitch. The killer is a goddamn joke in my book. I'm the one with the power.
Listen. You're still in the tournament. As a matter of fact, you're one of the top picks to win. So maybe you go out tonight and show Prince who the boss is.
MVP backs up.
When I win the world title, you'll see why I have the goddamn power.
MVP leaves the room. Xavier goes back to counting his money. Interior RWA backstage, locker room. Mikey the Rat, Jules, and David are all talking backstage.
Yeah, so that pizza was really good. Sorry.
So any idea? So I don't have any idea who we face tonight?
I'm not sure, but I hope they have cheese.
Yeah. I just know I won't try the honey stuff anymore.
All of a sudden, 3 people walk into the locker room. Rebecca Wilson, former wife of the prince, Mr. Wilson, her new husband, and Tito Santiago, the son of the prince. Jules, Mikey, and David all look at 3.
Let me guess.
Rebecca cuts them off.
Hold on, big man. Haven't you ever heard of ladies first? Allow me to do the speaking for now. We are the new era. Our motto is quite simple. Out with the old, in with the new. First up is my husband. Way better than that prince fellow.
Mr. Wilson steps into frame. He has a long beard, long hair, and is wearing a leather jacket and leather pants.
Mr. Wilson has been winning gold in Japan for years. Now he's come to showcase why he is the best.
Tito Santiago comes into frame. He has red tights on and a scarf. He has curly hair and a blue vest as well. He stands at 6'5".
My son, the man who feuded with his daddy back in WWA, Tito Santiago. Tito went back to the UK and won all the gold he could. He's back and he's ready for more gold.
Mikey is about to speak when Mr. Wilson walks up to him.
Don't even think of that.
Jules gets in Mr. Wilson's face. Tito walks up.
Now hold on a second. Let's save it for the ring. Because I've seen the future, and the future for you 3, well, I just see 3 losers. Now, then, and forever.
It looks like all 3 are about to fight, but Rebecca speaks.
See you all in the ring later.
The 3 leave. Match 5. MVP versus the Prince. Blood, Water by Granson hits as MVP walks out. The crowd is mixed.
Crowd be behind MVP?
That'd be amazing. I can already see her as a world champion.
Making her way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, MVP.
That wig is shit.
MVP.
Fuck you, buddy.
Jesus.
And VP walks down the ramp and gets in the ring. She raises her fist while on the top turnbuckle. MVP poses in the ring some more. The lights go out and the arena is in darkness.
What the hell is going on?
Maybe Xavier forgot to pay the electricity bill.
All of a sudden, a red spotlight appears. The killer appears in the ring with a pipe.
Oh my God!
The lights go back on as the killer bashes the knee of MVP.
It's that tall bastard!
Oh, you son of a bitch.
The killer then throws the pipe on the ground and kicks MVP in the gut. He lands a massive power bomb on MVP. The killer leaves the ring.
You've got to be kidding me.
Referee Dwayne Santos checks in on MVP, who is in pain. King of King hits as the prince comes out with a smile on his face and a mic. He talks as he walks down to the ring.
Oh man, are you okay? You don't look so good.
The prince does a slow walk to the ring.
This son of a...
I mean, maybe you should think twice before insulting the killer. He's been known to cause a little chaos. Maybe if you watched his time in RWF, WWA, 14 and 14, and ECWF, you would notice. But it seems like you're all about the present. Maybe do your research next time.
MVP is in the ring in pain. Dwayne Santos is helping her up. The prince gets in the ring.
Royal idiot, royal idiot, royal idiot.
I thought you had power. You look weaker than Tony Stark at the end of Endgame. I'll say his classic line. I hate you, 3000.
The ref has helped MVP up.
Can you compete?
I can do it.
MVP is now standing up, but with a limp. The prince yawns.
Oh.
MVP has a lot of damn heart.
But what if she is injured? She needs to be careful. The prince is now newbie.
The prince made this personal.
The ref checks MVP and MVP one more time. The ref then signals for the bell. The bell rings. The prince charges MVP, who jumps over the prince. But she lands on her leg and tweaks the knee again. The prince then lands a royal stunner, and MVP falls to the mat. The prince covers MVP.
1, 2.
MVP kicks out.
MVP! MVP! MVP!
MVP kicked out of the royal stunner.
Prince won the RWF North American title with that.
And the WWA Hardcore Championship.
The prince looks mad. The prince picks up MVP and lands another royal stunner.
This has to be it!
The prince goes for the pin.
1, 2.
MVP kicks out again.
MVP! MVP! MVP!
The prince is mad.
Son of a goddamn!
MVP gets the prince in a crossface.
The crossface!
Serves this royal bastard right.
The prince rolls over, but MVP still has the crossface in. The prince is in the middle of the ring.
Do you give?
The prince rolls over and manages to get out of the ring. The prince rushes back in with MVP still on the ground. MVP, while still on the ground, sweeps the leg of the prince, who falls on his back. MVP applies the arm bar. The prince is writhing in pain.
MVP with the submissions.
Make him tap! Make him tap!
The prince reaches for the rope, and MVP breaks the hold. MVP gets up slowly, and the prince rolls outside again. The ref starts to count.
1, 2, 3.
The prince is right outside the ring when MVP grabs the hair of the prince and lifts him up with the hand onto the apron.
She just lifted him with one hand.
She's got the power!
MVP is not putting weight on the injured leg. She tosses in the prince like javelin. The prince goes flying to the other side of the ring and slides out of the ring. The prince is pissed.
God damn it!
Come and get me, you dumb bastard!
MVP has pure anger in her face. The prince runs into the ring, and MVP lands another massive big boot with her good leg. She then falls on the ground, landing on her bad leg. The ref starts to count since both are down.
2, 3, 4, 5.
The prince starts to get up. The prince walks over to MVP. The ref has stopped the count. MVP lands a small package. The ref goes for the count.
1, 2.
The prince kicks out. The prince rushes to his feet and runs to the other side of the ring. MVP is on one knee with her hands on the mat. The bad knee is not touching the mat. The prince runs from the other side of the ring, landing a big punt kink on the injured knee.
What? What a punt!
Maybe the prince should play football.
MVP screams in pain. The prince then applies a half Boston crab to the bad leg. MVP is in the middle of the ring. MVP is trying to move towards the rope, but she passes out in the middle of the ring. The ref sees this and rings the bell. He checks on MVP and signals for more people to come down and help. King of Kings hits as the prince raises his pinkies up.
The winner of this match and moving on to the finals, the prince.
The prince wins, but like his first victory, he cheated.
I don't like it either, but he is in the final because of this.
The prince grabs the mic.
Looks like I have the power. Thanks for giving it to me, Nicole.
The prince laughs as he leaves the ring. The music stops as the refs and medical staff are helping MVP in the ring.
MVP! MVP! MVP!
MVP is able to finally stand up and she waves off the refs and medical staff.
I'll be okay.
MVP walks up to the back with the crowd cheering her.
MVP! MVP! MVP!
Get a haircut.
Despite her loss, I bet she'll still be a future world champion.
She showed more heart than that gutless royal pig.
MVP walks to the back. End of match 5. Interior, RWA backstage. Mr. El Loco is backstage with Sandy Dipper for an interview.
Hello, RWA Universe. I'm here with Mr. Loco. Now, tonight, you face the killer in the main event. First, how are you doing going into this match? You've dealt with an attack and then a tables match.
Sandy, I'm still in pain. It seems like I have a target on my back. Seems like I've got to deal with the killer, the prince, and his lackey Xavier. It's not good, but I'm tougher than all three of you.
I mean, why do you think the prince is doing this? Was it because that original attack years ago?
That is one of the reasons, to be honest, but I think I always felt some type of tension. You see, people often forget that myself and Prince were tag team champions in the WWE. We actually won gold 6 times together. He was my first best friend in the industry, but I started to see the cracks when we took different paths.
Mr. El Loco pauses.
The prince went to RWS first while I took time off. The prince started to become much more of a solo act. I love tag teams, and then I met Quinn and we formed the Jackasses. For a time, everything was good. Then Quinn died. You know the strangest thing about his death?
Sandy looks puzzled.
There's a lot of holes in the story. Hell, it's unclear how it happened. Soon after Quinn died, the prince formed a friendship with the killer, a man who is far off the edge and loves to hurt his opponents.
Wait a second. Are you thinking the killer had something to do with Quinn's death?
Bingo. That freak, monster, bastard probably killed my friend by orders of the prince. Now, I know I don't have any evidence. I have this gut feeling. I mean, I won tag team gold with Quinn. Then a few months later, he is gone forever. Then with the Quinn gone, the prince all of a sudden wanted to tag team gold. Yet he did not use the killer. He wanted me. At first, I thought nothing of it, but that first attack years ago, and now this.
Mr. El Loco pauses and looks into the camera.
Prince and killer, you listen to me. You killed Quinn. Tonight, I'll restrain myself, but I will hurt you badly because an eye for an eye makes the world blind. So maybe I'll just take one eye and call it a day. See you later tonight, you freak bastard.
Mr. El Loco walks away. Sandy Dipper looks surprised. Interior, RWA GM office. GM Xavier is looking into the camera. An easel with a blanket over it is in the room.
Thank you for joining me backstage in my office. I want to officially announce that the conclusion to the RWA World Championship Tournament will take place at our first ever pay-per-view. Can I get a drum roll?
We hear a drum roll sound effect. GM Xavier pulls off the blanket. The poster is revealed to be Star Mania. It has to be gold in the middle and many superstars featured on it.
We will have the world's title match and a special battle royal. Other matches will be announced in the weeks leading up to the Star Mania. Now, let's get back to war time.
Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. Match 6. Henry and Lena are ringside for commentary.
Star Mania, this is going to be huge.
First pay-per-view. I'm pumped.
Mystery Lou by Dick Dale hits as Sunglasses Jim starts to walk out with his surfboard.
The following is a 6-man tag match scheduled for one fall. First making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, Sunglasses Jim.
Sunglasses Jim walks to the top of the entrance ramp. Yankee Doodle hits as Jules the Historian walks out.
And his first partner from Woodstock, New Hampshire, Jules the Historian.
Jules gives a fist bump to Jim as they wait at the top of the ramp. The Pink Panther theme song hits.
And the final partner of this team from the sewers of Iowa, Mikey the Rat.
Mikey is nowhere to be seen.
Where is Mikey?
All of a sudden, Mikey comes out from under the announcer table.
My!
What the hell? How did you get there?
Sneaky rat!
Mikey runs his teammates and hugs them. All three get in the ring. The crowd cheers.
Tag team match! Tag team match!
Warpath by Tim Halperian. Hidden Citizens plays as Tito Santiago, Mr. Wilson, and Rebecca Wilson walk out.
From the New Era base of operations, please welcome the Tito Santiago, Mr. Wilson, and Rebecca Wilson, the New Era.
Fuck the New Era! Fuck the New Era!
Rebecca walks in the middle as she leads the two down the ramp.
Did it just get cold in here?
I'm freezing. This group is as cold as ice.
The New Era gets in the ring. They just stare at the other team.
Look at that death stare.
Referee Jolani Sando is in the ring. The music stops as Jolani moves both teams to each of their corners. Both teams are in the corners as Jolani signals for the bell to be rung.
Let's get this started.
Rebecca Wilson starts the match against Sunglasses Jim.
Looks like Rebecca will start this match.
Rebecca was great in the RWF. She was a contender for the Women's Championship many times.
Rebecca gets SJ in a headlock. Rebecca then turns it into a hip toss and arm bar.
Rebecca's getting the better of Jim so far.
SJ manages to get his feet and land a few punches on Rebecca as she backs off. SJ lands a knee on Rebecca, and SJ attempts a suplex, but Rebecca blocks it and lands a suplex of her own. Tito and Mr. Wilson jump from the corner of the ring and rush to the other corner.
Wait a second!
Mr. Wilson and Tito pull off Jules and Mikey from their corner of the ring. Mr. Wilson power bombs Mikey through the announcer table.
Watch out!
Henry and Lena jump out of the way. They lose the connection to their headsets. Tito throws Jules into the steel steps. SJ is distracted by this. Rebecca lands the backstabber on the distracted SJ.
Time to make you humble.
Rebecca applies the camel clutch. SJ taps out.
Ring the bell!
Warpath by Tim Halperian, Hidden Citizen hits. Lena and Henry are once again connected.
Here are your winners, the team of Tato Santiago, Mr. Wilson, and Rebecca Wilson, the new era.
Pure domination.
I think they just made a statement.
End of match 6. Interior, RWA backstage video room. The Prince and the Killer are watching what has just happened in the ring. The TV then showcases the RWA logo. The Prince turns to the Killer.
After El Loco, we deal with my idiot son and his new error. Anyway, the nerve of El Loco. The man has some balls. I mean, to accuse you and me of foul play? I think all those war injuries are catching up. Maybe tonight, you end him once and for all. You show him why you are a madman. You show him why you're the most feared superstar. By the end of tonight, I want that son of a bitch in a body bag. Then, at Mania, we can have a friendly match between me and you. Because we all know who should be the true main players.
The Killer is silent in his mask. Then he speaks.
Together we will rule RWA. That is step 2.
In time. First, we deal with El Loco. Then we put on the best main event in the history of main events at Mania.
The Prince starts to laugh as the Killer stands looking like a stone rock.
Go put him in a body bag.
As you wish, sir.
The Killer leaves as the Prince smiles. Interior, the RWA Arena wrestling ring, match 7. The Killer versus Mr. El Loco. Goodbye by a period hits as the lights go out. A red spotlight appears and it shines on the Killer.
A chill just went up my spine.
Has Chilltown returned?
Now that's a classic tag team.
Making his way to the ring from unknown regions. I never heard of that. The Killer!
As the Killer is coming down, El Loco runs up behind with a steel chair and smacks him on the back. The lights go up in the arena.
El Loco.
Looks like El Loco's jumping the gun.
This match won't start until both men get into that ring.
Referee Dwayne Santos tries to break up the fight. El Loco hits him over the head with a steel chair.
My God!
You want to put me in a body bag? I'll kill you.
El Loco hits the Killer in the gut with the chair and then lands another back shot. El Loco then throws the chair on the floor and grabs the Killer. He pushes the Killer into the steel steps. El Loco goes under the ring and gets a kendo stick.
El Loco has had it.
El Loco unloads on the Killer, who is down to a knee. All of a sudden, the Prince runs out.
It's that sneaky bastard!
El Loco lands many kendo stick shots on the Prince. El Loco then throws the Prince over the guard railing and into the crowd. The Killer then charges at El Loco and then go through the guardrail and into the crowd.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Holy
Both men are in the crowd.
Reminder, this match hasn't started yet.
El Loco gets up and is moving away. El Loco gets up first and starts to land heavy punches on the Killer. The Killer responds with blows of his own.
Both men are not holding back.
The Killer pokes the eye of El Loco, who starts to walk up the arena stair. The crowd is cheering. The killer lands punches to the back of El Loco as he walks up the stair. El Loco makes his way up an entrance area for the fans.
Looks like these two are taking the fight to the concession area.
The two are now in the concessions area as fans are watching. The killer throws El Loco into the wall. El Loco then chops the killer as he goes past a curtain. The killer gives chase. The two land hockey punches on each other. El Loco then headbutts the killer, who is dazed for a second. El Loco then picks up a cooler and throws it at the killer. It hits the killer in the face as he falls to the ground. El Loco then picks up the killer by his mask. El Loco throws the killer into a hot dog cart. The cart falls over along with the killer. The prince then smacks El Loco with a steel chair on the back.
Prince is back.
El Loco looks pissed as the chair shot has not fazed him. The prince goes for a chair shot, but El Loco punches the chair out of his hand. The killer then lands a low blow on El Loco. The prince takes a beer bottle from a fan and smashes it over the head of El Loco.
My God! The beer bottle!
The killer and the prince start to stomp on El Loco. El Loco attempts to fight off both. El Loco lands a few punches and elbows, but gets overwhelmed. The killer and the prince keep beating down El Loco. The two drag El Loco near a pizza shop. The prince shouts at the head pizza chef.
Get me a hot pizza!
Mamma mia, coming up!
What the hell?
This is no time for food. Also, will this match ever get an official start?
El Loco gets up and now has a mug in his hand that was on the floor. El Loco smashes the mug on the prince as it breaks into a million pieces. El Loco then throws the prince into a glass VIP arena. VIP people scream. The killer rushes back and charges El Loco.
Oh my.
The head pizza chef is back. He pulls out a hot pizza.
Orders up!
The hot pizza is in an open box. El Loco and the killer are brawling. The prince is crawling out of the glass. The killer picks up the pizza box and throws the whole pizza at El Loco. El Loco dodges it. The hot pizza hits the prince, who screams in pain.
Ah, it's hot! It's hot! It's hot!
Oh my lord!
Prince may have second-degree burns!
The killer rushes over to take off the pizza.
Give me the pizza!
The killer grabs a water bucket and pours it over the prince. GM Xavier runs along with security and referees.
This match must start in the goddamn ring.
It's about damn time!
This is pure chaos!
The killer and El Loco start to beat the hell out of the refs and security. El Loco then picks up a steel chair and goes for the head of the killer. The killer jumps out of the way, and El Loco hits GM Xavier. The refs and security run to check on Xavier.
El Loco is gonna regret that.
El Loco and the killer keep on brawling. El Loco throws the killer through a curtain that leads back into the area. El Loco and the killer are brawling back in the crowd. Both are hitting, clubbing blows on each other. They fight down the stairs.
This has been pure chaos!
The two keep on fighting and are back near the ring. El Loco throws the killer in the ring. The killer makes it to the other side of the ring. Referee Sally Dalton pushes El Loco to the other corner.
Finally, some control.
Both men are bruised from the war they just had. Sally Dalton rings the bell.
Finally!
The match starts. The killer and El Loco charge at each other. Both men chomping each other and land punch after punch. Both men do not go down.
They're throwing stone makers at each other.
This is personal.
They both start throwing stiff elbows at each other.
You see the marks forming on these two.
Both men then start headbutting each other.
This is a blood war.
The killer finally knocks down El Loco. The killer then picks up El Loco from his back and lands a German suplex. The killer then lands 6 more German suplexes. The killer then lands a massive body slam on El Loco. With El Loco in the middle of the ring, the killer goes on the top rope.
This 8-foot giant is about to fly.
We barely see top rope stuff from this big man.
El Loco gets up and runs up the ropes. The two are fighting on the top rope.
2 big men at the very top.
The killer attempts to push El Loco off, but El Loco bites the arm of the killer. The killer now has blood coming out of his arm. The crowd is silent. El Loco spits out a piece of his skin.
I wasn't a warrior, you son of a bitch. I ate people like you for breakfast.
El Loco just took a bite out of the killer.
El Loco then lands a massive super suplex off the top rope. Both men fall as the ring collapses. Sandy Dalton falls out of the ring.
Holy shit!
The ring has exploded.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Both men are knocked out. The prince rushes down from the entrance with a steel chair and burn marks on him.
That sneaky prince is back.
The prince gets in the broken ring and starts pounding down on El Loco with the steel chair. All of a sudden, Mikey, Sunglasses Jim, and Jules run down to the broken ring. They chase the prince, who runs away. The killer starts to get up and runs out of the ring. The killer big boots Mikey and then spears SJ, Jules, and the killer then starts to brawl. The killer low blows Jules and then lands a massive chokeslam outside the ring. El Loco is slowly getting up. El Loco lands a massive dive to the killer outside the broken ring.
El Loco! El Loco!
My God, this brawl has reached new levels.
We need a ref. I'm getting word that this match must finish.
Referee Sally Dalton is back up.
Get the hell back in that ring!
El Loco throws the killer in the broken ring. El Loco lands a massive DTT on the killer. The killer then picks up the killer for a suplex. He holds him down for a while.
Look at the strength of El Loco.
El Loco then lands the jackhammer, as this time both men go through the ring.
My dear Lord, both men just went through the one of the ring.
Sally signals for some help. More staff run down to help.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
The broken ring has a massive hole.
Wait a second! I see movement!
All of a sudden, Mr. El Loco gets out of the hole. Sally rushes over to the timekeeper.
Loco has won this match by TKO! Ring the bell!
El Loco gets out in pain. The bell rings.
Here is your winner by DKO, and moving out to the finale, Mr. El Loco.
El Loco! El Loco! El Loco!
Now, that was brutal.
I don't know how El Loco did it.
All of a sudden, another hand comes out from the hole. The killer gets out of the hole. His back is bloody. The staff is in the middle of both of them.
I think we may get round 2.
The killer and El Loco stare at each other from across the ring. The killer then leaves the broken ring. The killer walks to the top of the ramp. The prince appears at the top of the ramp.
We're looking at the final match that will declare the RW World Champion.
The prince and the killer stare down at El Loco in the ring. The camera looks at Mikey, SJ, and Jules, who are all knocked out.
What a night on wartime.
Next week, we'll have the special setup show before Star Mania, featuring interviews and a look at all the matches coming up.
Have a good night, everyone. This is wartime.
The final shot is the Prince and Mr. El Loco looking at each other. End of episode 4. Origin points. Exterior backyard wrestling ring, night, January 1990. A young Sean stands in the ring alone. His head rests on the turnbuckle in the corner. A man in a suit appears. This is Sean's dad, Daniel Leon.
You did good. You had the crowd in the palm of your hand.
Sean turns around.
Thanks.
Come on, talk to me. What's up?
God damn it, Dad. I want my last match. I'm done with it all.
What, because you're joining the army? Your journey is not over just because you have enlisted.
It was over for you.
Both are silent.
I'm sorry I left you when I was younger. But I've done all I can do to provide for you. I enlisted so you have meals on the table.
God damn it.
Let me say this one last thing.
Daniel pulls out a letter.
What's this?
It's from the Big W.
Winchester?
No, just open it.
Sean opens a letter and reads it out loud.
Dear Sean, we understand you are joining the army. Congratulations on your new journey. We've seen you wrestling tapes, and we love you to hire you. And once you're done with the army, if you're still fit. Signed, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Congrats.
I never sent out my tapes, though.
I did. I did because I love you.
The two hug. Exterior. Southwest of Basra, Iraq, February 27th, 1991. The sunlight shines as multiple American tanks move forward. Sean is in a tank hatch with binoculars looking at the desert. A dust cloud blocks his view. A voice yells to Sean. It is Army Captain Ego. He is in a jeep with other soldiers.
What do you see, Corporal Leon?
Nothing. The dust cloud is blocking my view.
Next to Ego is Major Giselle. She has a radar device.
Captain, we should stop before entering. The dust could be cover for the enemy.
A static noise is heard. Ego gets on his radio.
Call for a tank halt.
You're calling for a full heart.
The tank stops.
Something's not right. I can't see within the dust cloud.
Corporal Leon!
Yes, Captain Ego.
I need your eyes down there. Maybe you can get a better view from next to the jeep.
So, yes, sir.
Sean gets out of the hatch of the tank. All of a sudden, a shell hits the tank. Sean falls off the tank and lands on his neck. Explosions and screams are heard as Sean lays on the floor. His tank's on fire. Staff Sergeant Bob Diaz is pulling Sean from the fire.
I got you, matey. Stay alive, damn it.
Captain Ego and Major Giselle are pressing on in the jeeps and the tanks. Ego's faint voice can be heard.
Press on!
Bob pulls Sean behind a rock.
Stay with me, matey.
Sean can barely speak.
Relax. You landed on a hard. You landed hard on your neck. I've got you.
And
More
we'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
We'll be back after a 5-minute break.
Here.
So take a break and come back in 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. Thanks for watching so much so far. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Stick around for we're almost done. We'll be done eventually. So let me put a timer on here so we can, let me see, how the hell do I do this? 5 minutes, portion of screen. There we go. I just need to make it like small. There we go. All right. And let me turn off my camera if I can. And we'll be back in 5 minutes once I start the timer. So.
I'm not going to have this in the text. What questions do you have? Okay. As far as I'm concerned, nothing is good.
All right. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Donovan Santiago here. And looks like we are about to jump back in to this riveting tale of best friends gone awry. That's basically what it is. If you ever watched Lost, this is the Man in Black versus Jacob, done in a 127-page wrestling story. So if everybody is back, I think we can get this started where we left off. So everybody ready? All right. We're gonna
Just need a few more seconds to
All right.
adjust, and now I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna jump back in to the corner of top of page 61. It says 61 in the corner if you're following at home, for all the fans I sent this to. And here we go. We're back to RWA, the flashback.
4 explosions are heard. Bob checks the neck of Sean.
It's broken. Hold on. Move your hands for me.
Sean starts to move his hand. Bob takes off Sean's boots.
Can you move your toes for me?
Sean starts to move his toes.
You'll be okay.
Bob gets on his radio.
We need medical assistance here.
Sean fades out.
Stay with me.
Interior, hospital. Sean is in the hospital with a cast around his neck. Dr. Sloven is shining a light. Sloven! Sorry, doctor.
Am I?
It's not you. I just named the character that.
And you got someone else to pay my part?
Move on.
Well, there you go.
Yep, Dr. Sloven.
Where's Dr. Sloven?
I'm waking up. I can hear you, Dr. Sloven. I can hear you.
Hello?
I'm kind of here.
Don, you just play Dr. Sullivan. I don't know.
What? I'm so confused.
I don't know who I gave to it.
Hello, Dr. Sullivan?
There's laws against this. Yes, can you hear me?
I'm awake. What happened?
I don't know. Well, the short answer is you broke your neck. The long answer is you broke your neck. And then a shell hit your tank. It's amazing you're still alive. It was thanks to this man.
Bob Diaz appears from behind Dr. Sloven.
Yeah, I'll let you talk. I'll let the two of you talk.
Thank you, Dr. Sloven.
Dr. Sloven walks away.
You missed quite the battle. You were one of the 33 wounded. The doctors say you will get an honorable discharge.
I'm not getting a discharge yet. I'm not here. I'm here to support the army.
Well, it's the army's choice.
This is not how I want to go out, damn it.
Don't you have plans after this? I mean, what do you have to prove?
I know if I can go, I will go. If I know, I can still go.
You know what?
Sean is...
You can go. I see you have a lot of heart. Either that or you're loco.
I prefer El Loco.
El Loco Leon.
I actually prefer that as my last name.
Okay, Mr. El Loco. Listen when you get out. I'll buy you a beer.
Captain Ego and Major Giselle
Giselle.
Come into the room. Diaz stands at attention.
At ease.
Oh.
Diaz relaxes.
Glad I could catch both of you. Major Giselle, let them know why we're here.
Thank you, Captain. Dr. Sloven tells us that your neck is already healing. If you want to return back to action, we've got a plan.
Giselle looks back at Diaz.
That includes you as well, Diaz. We're putting together a squad to take down the Untouchables. Basically, our squad would work in secret.
The Untouchables?
I'll take it from here. The Untouchables. are a new terrorist threat group who works in secret. They don't see borders and want a border-free world. They plan to bring down governments from the inside. Our team would take them out in secret.
They have no true leader, but their major figure is a masked man with a reptile-like mask. Our plan is to end them once and for all.
Diaz, we want you. Leon, we want you as well. We'll use code names. Do you want in, Leon?
Yes, I do. And I have a new code name. Call me Mr. El Loco, baby.
I like it.
What about you, Diaz?
I'll use my old college nickname. Well, not Bridget Jones' Diary. What was it? Punishment Jones. Yes.
Football.
Sure, Captain. Yes, sure. Yes.
Ego puts his card on Sean's desk.
Call me when you're healed up and ready.
Sean smiles at them.
Welcome to our squad. We are the Blacklisted.
Exterior. Jungle. 1994. Captain Ego, Major Giselle, Sean, and Diaz are in the jungle in full combat gear.
Anyway, my cousin Joe, he's been training to be a wrestler as well. Good kid.
Okay. Captain, you trailed off with your story again.
Oh, sorry.
Captain's a storyteller.
You need a stage, Captain.
You were all my stage, if that makes any sense. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I've been asked to do security on a new project.
Another top secret project?
Well, yes and no. I can't share all the details, but let's just say our space program is about to get a whole lot bigger. This new ship is about as sleek as they come.
Major Giselle puts up Major Giselle puts up her fist. She motions with them using her hand. The group is silent as they duck behind trees. In the clearing, they can see a base and supplies. A group of people wearing masks are transporting in supplies into the base. Everyone gets one comms as they start speaking through the headsets.
This is it. We've had these bastards on the run for a while.
A huge man with a mask appears as he seems to be directing traffic.
Oh, fucking me timbers. He has to be over 7 feet tall.
Sean is still behind the trees.
Each time we've encountered these guys, they seem almost super-powered in a way.
Could it be that red chemical? Perhaps chemical K?
Chemical K?
Yar was a chemical used to try and give people powers. Backfired.
Who made it?
We did. It was us.
Wait a second. How did they get this chemical?
An explosion knocks back the group as Sean goes flying into a nearby bush. Gunfire is heard. Sean gets up and meets up with Bob. The two are being shot at.
Return fire.
The two blind fire. Ego and Giselle speak to Bob and Sean on the comms.
We managed to sneak down to the base entrance.
Draw them in. We'll take care of them.
Static.
Captain?
Major? Oh, sorry. Wrong line.
Get off my line. Captain Major.
4.
Sean shoots a few masked soldiers who rush up to them.
Let's move.
Sean changes his weapon and adds a grenade blaster on it.
What are you doing?
Blowing that chemical up.
What?
Bob smiles. Sean fires the grenade blast into the chemicals. The tall man is near the chemicals. This causes a massive explosion.
Oh, you fried that son of a bitch. Crispy.
The tall man comes out of the fire with his mask and pants still intact. The tall man then picks up an AK-47 and fires at Bob. Sean jumps in the way and takes 4 bullets. Sean rolls down a hill. He crashes at the bottom and can see Bob at the top of the hill. Bob knocks the gun out of the tall man's hand and then uses his knife to stab him. The tall man takes out the knife and stabs Bob in the chest.
No! No!
The tall man looks down at Sean. Then the base explodes. Helicopters fly over.
We did it!
Let's get out of here.
Sean and Bob, come in!
What's your status? Come in.
The tall man walks away. Sean passes out. In the wind, a tag reading, "The Killer," floats in the wind. It seems to have been burned off of a uniform. Interior, WWE locker room, 1994. Mr. El Loco is sitting in the WWE locker room by himself. All of a sudden, the Prince walks in.
Hey,
El Loco looks up.
you the new kid? El Loco, right?
Who's asking?
Hey, relax. The name's Donovan the Prince Santiago.
The Prince smiles and offers his hand for a handshake. El Loco just sits down.
Look. I'm just trying to be friendly. I've been watching you compete. Some are saying you're the next big thing. I mean, you've done quite a bit in the 3 months you've been here.
What do you want?
Whoa. Look, next month is an annual tag team tournament. The winners become #1 contenders. Now look, as a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, I'm looking to switch it up.
Mr. El Loco is silent.
You know what? I get it. You need to know more about me. Well, take a listen.
Exterior, burning building, 1989. Firefighters and police are around a burning building. Donovan Santiago walks over to the crowd to see the fire.
Stand back.
Stand back.
You stand back. It's under control, buddy.
A faint voice is heard.
Help!
The police officer gets on his radio.
I heard a voice. Someone is still in the building.
The crowd is getting restless. A woman screams at the officer.
Go help that person!
Blaze is too strong.
Donovan sees an opening and rushes past the officer. The officer tries to stop him, but Donovan is too quick.
What are you doing?
Interior, burning building. Donovan rushes inside. The building is falling apart. The flames rage.
Help me!
Donovan moves up the burning building. Donovan finally reaches the top and finds a hooded woman.
Please help me. I sprained my ankle.
I've got you.
Donovan picks up the old lady and takes her downstairs. Donovan dodges the fires and falling wood and other items. Exterior, burning building. The crowd is looking on with the police and firefighters. The building starts to fall in on itself. All of a sudden, the prince rushes out with the lady. The EMTs take her away. The old lady takes off her hood to reveal the queen. The people are shocked.
My lady.
You bow to no one. Come to my palace in a few days. Tell them long live the queen, say it 3 times.
The queen is taken away in ambulance. Interior, the queen's place. Donovan is on one knee, looking at various paintings of kings and queens. Around him are royal knights and the queen in her chair. She takes out a sword.
For your darling rescue of me, I now knight you.
The queen does the knighting process. She signals the prince to rise.
Once in a while, I like to get out and visit my family outside the walls. The fire almost consumed me. You put your life on the line for me. In my eyes, you are the prince. Now by blood, not by blood, but by heart. You may rise, Sir Donovan.
Donovan rises.
Thank you. My queen, I will forever be a prince of the heart.
Men with suitcases come into the room.
While you are at it, take this. You deserve it.
The men open up the suitcase to reveal money.
Pinkies up for the prince, Sir Donovan Santiago.
Everyone puts their pinkies up as the prince smiles. Interior, WWE Studios, 2006. WWE interviewer Sal Lammy appears on the screen.
Breaking news. This just in. We are getting word that longtime WWE superstar The Prince is leaving the WWE. The Prince is a 2-time European champion, 4-time Intercontinental champion, 6-time WWE Tag Team champion with his best friend, Mr. El Loco. The Prince has been a mainstay with the WWE since 1992. He joined at the age of 18 and has become one of the mainstays. Besides winning those 2 championships, he was also a King of the Ring in 1997 and a 5-time Slammy Award winner.
Sal Lammy pauses.
We also got word that his best friend is also leaving the WWE. Mr. El Loco has been another mainstay of WWE since 1994. He served in the Army, and after being shot 3 times, he received an honorable discharge. El Loco is a 5-time hardcore champion, an international champion, and an 8-time tag team champion. El Loco won the tag team titles with 3 different partners. He's held the gold with The Rock and Chris Jericho, but he won it 6 times with his best friend, The Prince.
Images of Mr. El Loco and The Prince appear.
The question is, where do these 2 go next? Well, rumors are flying around about RWF. Only time will tell. Until then, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. El Loco and The Prince, for all the great moments.
Exterior, El Loco's house, present day. Mr. El Loco is in his car in his driveway.
At Starmania, I will win my first world championship.
Interior, the prince's house. The prince is sitting on a nice chair next to a fireplace.
At Starmania, I will be the most royal world champion of all time.
Episode 5, Promo Hype. Interior, the RWA Arena wrestling ring. GM Xavier is in the ring with a cut on his head. The crowd is going wild.
GM Xavier.
Yay!
Woo!
Hey!
Xavier.
Xavier.
All right. Well, wait one more second.
Xavier.
Okay. Hey, GM Xavier. Tonight it's all about the hype for Starmania tonight. I'll also address the main event of the pay-per-view. For you, see, El Loco attacked me with a steel chair. That will be addressed later. In the meantime, who's ready for the matches?
Starmania.
I'm ready. Welcome to the hype. Enjoy RWA wartime. Remember, I am GM Xavier.
Interior, RWA backstage. Rebecca Wilson, Tito, and Mr. Wilson are backstage. The prince walks up to them. Mr. Wilson steps in front of the prince.
Calm down, cowboy. I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Mr. Wilson steps away, and Tito comes face to face with the prince.
Good to see you, Dad.
All that money and you couldn't even support your own flesh and blood. You let that money and title get to your head.
Look, I've made some mistakes. I understand that, but I want to change.
Mr. Wilson speaks.
She's my wife, you son of a bitch.
The prince puts up his hands.
Look, I'm happy for you, but I'm here for something different.
The prince hands Rebecca a note.
The hell is this?
Open it at Mania during my match with El Loco.
Joe gets in the prince's face.
Hey, Dad. I have not forgotten about our match in the WWA.
I haven't either. You nearly pinned your old man. Maybe next time you'll get the victory.
Prince walks away as the three look at the letter.
We'll open it at Mania.
Excuse me. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. Cheryl is in the ring. The commenters are ringside.
At Mania, we will have special Battle Royale. The winner will go on to earn a future world title match. Now in the match, we already know of the killer. Jules, Tito, Mr. Wilson, Rebecca, Mikey, and Sunglasses Jim. All of them will be pulling double duty. However, we will also be welcoming new superstars, so please allow me to introduce them.
Battle Royale music hits. A 6-foot woman in gold spandex appears. She is Goldilocks.
In the ring, from Moscow, Russia, Goldilocks.
Goldilocks poses.
Goldilocks is a 3-time powerlifting champion.
She once broke the leg of one of her opponents just because she was bored.
Archie Hunker appears next. He is a short guy dressed like a nerd.
From Cleveland, Ohio, Archie Hunker.
Archie was once the top RWF fan back in the day.
He went under the name Warsman back in the day, always commenting on his favorite matches.
Jared Cutler appears next. He is of Indian descent and over 7 feet tall.
From Agra, India, Gerard Cutler.
Jared is a 4-time Delhi champion and a 3-time Mumbai tag team champion.
He also got a degree in graphic design.
Klingon to me appears next. He has an alien mask on.
From Zook in the Waro sector, cling on to me!
Klingon has been wrestling for over 10 years.
He also had a hit sci-fi series out. Check out The Chronicles of Saga on Amazon.com.
Zach and Cinder the Wade brothers appear next. They both have Arctic gear on.
From Fairbanks, Alaska, Zach and Snyder, the Wade brothers.
These two are the best hunters in all of Alaska.
5 times have these 2 men won the hunt for the Big Gold Challenge. Now, looks like they are ready to hunt some competition.
The $1 Million Princess, or MDP, as she's known, appears next. She has on a royal dress with the Kenya flag on it and a headpiece.
From Kenya, Africa, the $1 Million Princess.
MDP is much like the prince, only she was born into the money.
She's very proud of her Kenyan roots, so much so that she started a wrestling training school. Plus, she's a 6-time EWO Women's Champion.
Ronald Reagan appears next. He is very much a carbon copy of Ronald Reagan.
From Tampico, Illinois, Ronald Reagan.
This man is a 3-time AWL United States champion.
He was also in that well-known movie, The Search 3. Plus, he did that TV show with the monkey.
All of the superstars are in the ring.
Look at this lineup.
These are your new superstars for the Battle Royale. Whoever wins will get a title shot at the future show. Good luck to you all.
All the superstars look at each other.
Who do you think will win?
Could be any one of these.
All of a sudden, the group starts brawling. David the Honeyman runs out to join into the fight.
It started early.
People start to throw each other out. Blood, water by grandson hits.
Could it be?
And MVP rushes out. She is holding a steel chair.
It's Nicole Von Power. She's back.
She's got a chair.
MVP rushes out and lands steel chair shots on Klingon, Ronald, and Archie. The ring starts to clear. MVP tries to hit Jaron, who punches the steel chair out of her hand. MDP and Goldilocks then come by NVP's side. The Wade brothers come to the side of Jared. All 6 have a standoff. The brawl is about to start, but the Wade brothers and Jared roll out of the ring. MVP, MDP, and Goldilocks all look at each other.
Who the hell will win?
I have no clue, but come Starmania, it's every person for themselves.
The scene cuts out. Interior. RWA backstage, locker room. Jules is taping up his knee. All of a sudden, the killer comes in. Jules gets up and looks at the killer. The two have a stare down.
You caused a lot of harm here in RWA. Well, I'm going to take you out of the game. I want a hardcore match with you, Starmania. Do you accept?
The killer.
It's your.
Oh. The killer.
Your.
Let them do the stage directions.
Yeah, the killer looks at Jules.
It's
You can
your
go.
funeral at Starmania. See you then.
The killer walks off with Jules, looking on. Interior. RWA backstage. Tito, Rebecca, and Mr. Wilson are backstage.
Starmania will be our night. First off, one of us will win the Battle Royale. Then, you two will win the tag team match. At the end of the day, New Era will be the ones who rule over RWA.
Mikey the Rat and SJ walk into frame. Mr. Wilson and Tito get up.
Chill out, dudes. We just wanted to say what's cracking.
Do you two have cheese? What?
You're on mute.
Speak up. Speak up. I can't hear you. I got small
Your
ears.
face will be cracked at Starmania.
Oh, chill out, man. We have a tag team match, but it'll be a fun match. You catch my drift, yo?
Mr. Wilson gets in the face of SJ.
You act as if this match is a joke. This is Starmania. Moving forward, this will be all future RWA superstars look at. We will not be made fools on the biggest stage of them all.
Also, can I have cheese? You smell like cheese.
Mr. Wilson punches Mikey hard. SJ checks on him.
Uncalled for, bro.
SJ picks up Mikey and takes him out. The three go back to talking. All of a sudden, blue slime pours on them. They look pissed.
What the hell?
Oh, bitch!
The bucket falls down from above. Mr. Wilson picks it up and reads what it says on the side.
You've been jackassed. What the hell does that mean?
Rebecca's eyes widen.
Doesn't matter. Let's get cleaned up.
The three walk away. We go back to the ringside. Interior, the RWA Arena wrestling ring.
What a hype night it has been.
And we're about to air our final segment.
Sandy Dipper sits down with the main event matchup, the Prince versus El Loco, in a steel cage match for the RWA World Championship. That's right, a goddamn cage match.
Xavier just sent us the word. It will indeed be a cage match. Both men have yet to win the big world title yet, but now one of them will at Starmania. Let's send it to the back.
Interior, RWA backstage interview room. Mr. El Loco, the Prince, and Sandy Dipper are sitting down for an interview.
This Sunday at Starmania, we will have our first ever RWA World Champion crowned. This will be a cage match. Tonight, I sit down with these two who have a long, storied history. How are you two?
Good, Sandy. I'm ready to kick ass and take gold this Sunday.
I'm in a good mood as well. I'm good as well. I'm in a good mood is what I'm saying. I mean, in a week, I win that championship.
Now, you two went from best friends to bitter rivals. When do you think this started? We can start with the Prince.
Well, thank you. I could always sense that El Loco, or as he's really known, Baby Sean. Well, I saw that I'd already done the stuff in WWE. He saw I did stuff in WWE. By the time he came in, I was a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. At first, I thought, oh, this is a young kid who has a lot of talent. But then he also followed me to RWF. To me, he's nothing but a goddamn leech.
Ha! Real funny. You did have more gold at first in WWE, but overall, I won more than you in WWE. And if we add up the numbers, and yeah, I did leave RWF as well, I needed a change. I know you told me you wanted a change as well.
Can you explain more about this change?
Just since El Loco wants to speak so much, I'll let him explain.
What's wrong? Silver spoon stuck in your mouth? Anyway, myself and the Prince had yet to win big. Well, we also wanted to mix it up with other superstars. I mean, we'd gotten the chance to fight all the greats, but I knew in my heart it was time to change it up. The Prince had his last match with John Cena for the WWE title. It was loser leaves WWE match.
I had it, to be honest. You see, myself and El Loco were often overlooked. We could go, we have the mic skills, we had the crowd reaction, but management didn't believe in us.
But when did the tension start for you two?
I can speak on myself. Then you can tell the old war vet to go.
You watch it.
Look, I came to the RWF as a singles guy. It was a rough start for me, I admit, but I managed to become the last RWF North American champion. Then in WWA, I was the first ever WWA hardcore champion. I was never the first or last champion. I made history. El Loco, on the other hand, went back on his word.
El Loco looks down.
El Loco, what was your word?
You got me, you son of a bitch. I told the Prince I would not become another tag team act. We both did well for ourselves. I mean, 6-time tag team champions together. That was the highest record for a bit. And we had a good amount of time with each other's reign. But we both agreed that in RWF, we would get the big gold. Well, we both failed. But I failed harder.
El Loco is silent.
Say it. Say it!
I formed a tag team with Quinn. We became known as the Jackasses. And then we won gold together.
Back to square one.
You know what it is. I felt like I lost your damn support as a friend. You started to become cold towards me. It was all about winning singles gold, your wife, and all the other stuff. Sure, I appeared a few times on screen together, but for the most part, I got the cold shoulder from my so-called buddy.
You needed it. I mean, the whole point of joining RWF was to try something different. At least I got RWF World Title match. Same thing with the WWA title. But you only had tag teams on the brain.
Let's hold on. I know this next subject is hard. But El Loco, after the death of Quinn, did you become closer to the prince?
Look, Quinn meant a lot to me. Not only was he my best friend, he was also a great wrestler. He reminded me a lot of the Prince in the old days. Yeah, he used his money and power to get what he wanted, but he had a kind heart. But when I lost Quinn, then the Prince wanted to become super best friends again.
But in the past, you blame the prince for ending the life of Quinn. Do you still think this is true?
They say innocent until proven guilty. But I think the Prince paid off the killer to do the deed, then try to get closer to me.
Absurd. Another false claim by a man clearly way off his wagon.
Okay, yeah. But then, once you used me, we failed to get the tag team gold, and you attacked me. I'm sure you could have used the killer, but he was busy in 14 and 14.
Maybe you need to think a little more. Maybe you ever think that maybe everyone around you dies because you were bad luck? Like you were just the worst luck in the entire universe. Or maybe it's because you really are pure darkness. You like to portray this crazy, insane son of a gun, when deep down inside, you hear the screams of those who've died. They try to bring you down with them.
Watch it, you son of a bitch.
I'll say it again. Quinn is dead because of you. Bob is dead because of you. Your kids will soon be...
El Loco spears the prince off his chair as he lands punch after punch on the prince.
Security, we need help.
The prince pushes off El Loco. The prince has a cut on his face, and he is bleeding now. The security separates the two. El Loco then turns around and is hit with a steel chair.
Eat this. Ugh.
El Loco goes crashing down. GM Xavier walks into frame.
That's for the attack last time. Now we're even.
The bloody prince stands over El Loco. GM Xavier walks away.
See you at Star Mania.
The prince then looks into the camera.
Because I'm the most royal son of a bitch in all of wrestling history. Put your pinkies up.
The screen fades to black as the RWA logo appears. End of episode 5. Episode 6. Star Mania. Exterior. The RWA Arena. Night.
We are looking at the home of RWA and the home of Star Mania.
Star Mania! Star Mania! Star Mania!
This is sure to be a hell of a night.
A promo video starts to play. Images of all the superstars flash in it.
Tonight will be the night that legends are made of.
Jules and the Killer are shown facing off.
Witness the Killer taking on Jules in a hardcore match. Only one will be the most hardcore.
Tito, Mr. Wilson, and Rebecca Wilson are shown beating down Mikey and SJ.
Two teams battle at the grandest stage of them all. Only one will get the victory of a lifetime.
A huge battle royale brawl is shown.
Superstars from around the world compete for future title shot.
El Loco and the Prince are shown facing off as we see clips of them fighting.
Two best friends turned rivals. One of them wins their first world championship.
All the superstars appear on the screen.
This is RWA Star Mania!
Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. The crowd is going wild. Pyro goes off, and the crowd is cheering.
Welcome to Star Mania!
Our first super big show.
I'm Henry Cherry.
I'm Lena Dina.
Tonight, we will see a hardcore match, a tag team match, and a battle royale!
Let's not forget, we also have the world title match. El Loco and the Prince have gone through many matches to get this far.
Plus, we will see the world title.
I hear it looks amazing.
This is going to be a hell of a fight. And a night.
RWA! RWA!
Battle Royale music plays as Cheryl is already in the ring.
The following match is the Star Mania Battle Royale. The winner of this match will have a future world title match. The only way to be eliminated from this match is by going over the top rope. Once over the top rope, both feet must touch the floor.
Various superstars come out. Goldilocks, Archie Hunker, Jared Cutler, Cling On To Me, the Wade brothers, Zach and Snyder, MDP, and Ronald Reagan. Warpath by Tim Halpernin hits as the new era walks out. Tito Santiago, Mr. Wilson, and Rebecca Wilson are all booed. You all suck! You all suck!
Boo!
The Pink Panther theme song hits as Mikey the Rat pops up from the crowd.
Look at Mikey!
What a crafty rat!
Mr. Lou hits as Sunglasses Jim walks out holding his surfboard. Yankee Doodle hits as Jules the Historian walks out with his book. Blood Water by Grandson hits as NVP walks out. The arena goes dark. A red spotlight appears on the entrance ramp. Goodbye by Apparat hits as the killer walks out.
This is going to be quite the match.
All of these superstars have a good chance of winning.
Numerous referees are around the ring as all of the superstars are now in the ring. They are all sizing each other up. The bell rings. Star Mania Match 1, Battle Royale. The graphic appears across the screen, Battle Royale for a future title shot. The bell then rings as everyone starts to brawl.
This match will be pure chaos.
Chaos, much like every RWA episode.
Everyone is brawling. Cling On To Me climbs to the top rope, but is slapped out by the killer.
Looks like Cling On To Me could not cling on.
Our first elimination.
The brawl carries on. Ronald Reagan attempts to throw out Rebecca, but she reverses it, sending him out.
Ronald is out.
Rebecca did the old switcheroo move.
The brawl continues. The killer and Jared start to beat down everyone.
The two biggest men are the ones in charge now.
Mikey the Rat attempts a crossbody onto Jared, who catches him in midair. Jared then body slams him. Archie Hunker attempts a moonsault on the killer, but the killer catches him and lands a body slam off his own. Everyone else in the ring is on the floor. The killer and Jared then have a stare down.
The killer is 1 foot bigger than Jared.
Mind you, Jared is 7 feet tall.
Battle of the Giants! Battle of the Giants! The two stare at each other as they are about to brawl. Everyone else rushes them, and they are surrounded by the group as they are getting beat down.
You don't think that they're trying to figure
Both
this out?
men then pushes the group away. David the Honeyman goes flying over the ropes.
My God, these two just showcased how much power they have.
Yes, David is gone. Hopefully there's some honey in the back.
Everyone else keeps attacking the killer and Gerard. Archie lands a nerd super kick on the killer. MVP and MDP land a massive double spear on Gerard. Gerard goes under the bottom rope.
Jared just went under the bottom rope.
Meaning he's still in this match.
The Wade brothers then land a double clothesline to the killer's chest. He just staggers. Jules then rushes the killer and punches him through the second rope as both men fall out of the ring.
Through the second rope, both men go. Once again, you need to be thrown over the top.
These two have a match later as well.
Jules is beating down the killer outside. Both men exchange blows. They then fight to the ramp. They go up the ramp and to the entrance arena.
These two are not waiting for their match later.
Backstage, Jules lands a massive low blow on the killer. Jules then throws the killer face first into a flat screen TV. This sends a shockwave through the killer.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Holy shit! The power starts to flicker in the ring as the match is still going on. The MVP throws out Rebecca. Jules starts walking down the entrance ramp again.
Rebecca's gone, but did you see that?
The killer just had his whole body shocked. That may be the first time we've seen the killer beat down like that.
Tito Santiago and Mr. Wilson are looking at Rebecca.
Are you okay, Mom?
Yes, I am. Win the damn match.
Sunglasses Jim and Mikey the Rat then land drop kicks on Mr. Wilson and Tito. Both men going flying out. Mikey and Sunglasses Jim are cheering.
Did we just see the future?
These two teams meet later in a tag team match. This will not sit well with the new era.
Rebecca is angry.
God damn it! How could you two?
I'm sorry, Mommy.
Mr. Wilson is silent. They all head to the back. Jules is back in the ring. Goldilocks rushes Jules, and Jules sends her flying over the top rope.
Goldilocks is golden gone.
MVP and MDP then work together to throw out the Wade brothers.
What the?
MVP and MDP then confront Mikey the Rat and Sunglasses Jim.
Wade brothers are gone. Now look at this face-off.
Jules and Archie Hunker are also a part of this face-off. Gerard then get back in the ring. All of a sudden, the lights go out and the red spotlight appears.
No way!
It can't be!
The lights turn on and the killer appears in the ring. The killer throws out Mikey and Sunglasses Jim. Killer then throws out MVP and Archie. Jules, Gerard, and MVP all work together.
This man is inhuman!
He was just shocked, and yet he's walking out here like nothing happened.
The killer lands a massive big boot on Archie, who goes flying over to the top rope. Gerard and the killer have a big brawl. MVP goes under the bottom rope and grabs a pipe from under the ring.
Nicole has a massive pipe!
MVP!
Remember, the killer used it on her a few weeks ago.
The killer lands an elbow to the face of Gerard. This breaks the nose of Gerard, who has blood all over his chest.
Gerard has had his face opened up.
Jules attempts to throw out the killer, but he eats a massive right hand. A tooth flies out of his mouth.
The killer just knocked a tooth out of his mouth.
The killer then throws Jules over the top rope. MVP then rushes in and uses that pipe on the back of the killer. The pipe breaks as the killer is not phased.
Oh no!
This dude must have some Captain America super soldier serum.
The killer grabs MVP with one hand. MVP lands a low blow. The killer puts his hand on his groin.
Looks like the baby maker is not protected.
Gerard and MVP beat down on the killer. They then both attempt to throw out the killer, but he reverses it and throws them both out. The killer's music hits. The bell rings.
Here is your winner of the Star Mania Battle Royale and earning the future RWA Championship match, The Killer!
Despite being hit with a pipe, low blowed, and thrown through a TV, he still won.
Whoever wins might as well just give up the gold now.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Still to come, we have a lot of great matches left.
Up next is a tag team match. Then we have our two big matches, The Killer versus Jules, in a hardcore match.
Then we have a match almost 30 years in the making. El Loco versus the Prince inside a steel cage.
Interior, RWA backstage. The Prince is walking backstage. He has on his crown and his royal cape. All of a sudden, numerous RWF and WWA superstars appear. Each one of them gives the Prince a look. The Prince, let me reverse. The Prince then comes face to face with a former rival of his Rob E. Legend. The two have a stare down. The Prince just smiles and walks away. As he is walking away, he speaks.
Old farts. All of them.
Interior, RWA backstage locker room. El Loco is getting ready for his match. All of a sudden, Captain Ego and Major Giselle come in.
Can we get a hug, or have you forgotten us?
You sons of a bitches.
All three hug.
Are you telling me that you two took time out of retirement to come see me?
It's not every day that one of your own is the world title main event.
Besides, we never pass up time with you. My wife still reminds me about that time you saved my ass in France.
I remind him as well.
The three laugh.
But in all seriousness, go out there and win the big one.
Don't just do it for us. Do it for Bob. Do it for Quinn.
Show that son of a bitch why you are Mr. El Loco.
You can bet your candy asses I'll show him who's boss.
After you win, we can go out for drinks.
You two can drink. I'll drive. My liver isn't quite what it used to be.
Hey.
One more good luck hug.
Yeah, one more good luck.
Hell yeah.
All three hug. Ego and Giselle step away.
Shove that crowd up his ass.
El Loco smiles as Ego and Giselle walk away.
Ah, damn it. I forgot to ask about the spaceship. Oh, well.
Interior, the RWA Arena wrestling ring. Star Mania Match 2. Tito and Mr. Wilson with Rebecca versus Mikey and Sunglasses Jim. Warpath by Tim Halperin. Help hits. The New Era walks out looking furious.
The following is a tag match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring from New Era Base of Operations, the New Era.
Mad.
I'd be mad as well. They had the numbers in their favor and they still lost.
Well, looks like they're ready for a fight.
The New Era gets in the ring and poses. Fuck you, fuck you,
fuck your mother.
The Pink Panther theme song hits, but then Mr. Lou hits. Then both theme songs combined. Mikey and SJ walk out, both holding surfboards and wearing sunglasses.
Looks like they combined the theme songs.
Coming down the aisle, please welcome the team of Mikey the Rat and Sunglasses Jim.
Are they the surfing rats now?
The two walk down the aisle. Oh, Mikey Jim, Mikey Jim. Both get in the ring as the crowd cheers them. The music stops.
The following is a tag team match and is scheduled for one fall.
One fall. Referee Sally Dalton is in the ring.
Ring the bell!
The bell rings. Both teams are in different corners. Mikey steps out first, and so does Tito. Mikey and Tito lock up.
The son of the prince has just locked up with Mikey the Rat.
Say that 3 times quick.
The two start pushing each other around. Mikey pushes Tito into the ropes. Tito then pulls away from Mikey and holds on to the ropes.
1, 2, 3, break it up!
Mikey steps away, but Tito pokes the eye of Mikey. Ooh. Tito then lands a clothesline on Mikey. Tito then picks up Mikey and throws him on the ropes. Mikey bounces off and runs into another clothesline. Tito poses as he puts his foot on the throat of Mikey.
Get your foot off him! 1, 2, 3!
Tito takes off his foot.
He's certainly like his dad.
Both are cocky bastards.
Tito beats down on Mikey. Tito then goes for the pin.
1, 2!
Mikey kicks out. Tito starts to beat him down some more. Tito then drags Mikey to his corner and tags in Mr. Wilson.
Here comes the big man.
Mr. Wilson stomps on Mikey. Mr. Wilson then lifts up Mikey, who lands a few punches to the gut. These barely phase Mr. Wilson, who tosses Mikey to the corner.
Mr. Wilson just tossed Mikey to his partner.
Mikey tags in SJ.
Sunglasses Jim. Sunglasses Jim. Sunglasses
Jim.
Sunglasses Jim.
Mr. Wilson moves towards SJ, who lands a low drop kick on the knee. Mr. Wilson gets back up and starts walking towards SJ again, who lands another low blow kick on the other knee. Mr. Wilson falls to another knee. SJ attempts a crossbody as Mr. Wilson, who catches him in midair. Mr. Wilson then gets to both feet and attempt a fall away slam. SJ lands on his feet.
Surf's up! Surf's
up!
Sunglasses Jim lands on his feet.
Some call him the cat of the sea.
Mr. Wilson charges as SJ goes under his legs and then makes a tag to Mikey. Mikey comes in and lands a flying forearm to Mr. Wilson, who falls on the mat. Mikey goes for the pin.
1!
Mr. Wilson punches Mikey off him. Mikey gets up and lands many elbows on the down Mr. Wilson.
Show him who's boss! Get up!
Rebecca's trying to direct traffic.
She's got to be mad after what happened earlier.
Mikey lands a big splash on Mr. Wilson and goes for the pin. Mr. Wilson pushes off Mikey. Mikey then gets Mr. Wilson in an ankle lock. The crowd goes wild.
Come tap! Make him tap!
Make him tap. Tito runs in and pokes the eye of Mikey again. Tito then throws Mikey outside the ring. The referee is trying to get Tito out. Ref?
Here it come! 1, 2, 3, ring the bell!
Get out of here.
Oh, no, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
Tito is distracted. The ref and Rebecca low blows Mikey on the outside. Rebecca then throws Mikey in. The Sunglasses Jim is pissed on the other side of the ring. Tito goes back to his corner and Mr. Wilson tags in Tito. Tito comes in flexing.
Fuck you!
Tito then picks up Mikey and lands the sidewalk slam. Tito then puts Mikey on his belly and puts his leg in a Boston Crab. SJ rushes in and lands a Shining Wizard on Tito. SJ then pushes Tito into Mr. Wilson, who falls down and lands on Rebecca. The crowd is silent.
Oh my lord, looks like Rebecca was taken out.
Mr. Wilson gets up and sees what has happened. Mikey then rolls up Tito. The ref counts.
1, 2, 3, ring the bell! Ding, 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 ding.
Tito is shocked. Tito rushes to the outside to check on his mother.
We need some help.
Here are your winners, the team of Sunglasses Jim and Mikey the Rat.
These two snuck a victory out of this match.
I hope Rebecca is okay.
The medical staff is outside the ring. They are putting Rebecca on a stretcher. Mr. Wilson is furious.
Son of a bitch!
The new era has just lost on the biggest stage of them all.
Plus, Rebecca has been injured. We will keep you updated.
The screen fades to a new location. End of match 2. Interior, RWA GM office. GM Xavier is on the phone.
I'm not sure who owns the right to RWF, WWA, and 14 and 14. I mean, I'm not sure the prince could buy them.
Nicole Von Powers walks in.
I'll call you back. Okay.
GM Xavier hangs up his phone.
NBB, how can I help you?
I want in on that match with the killer.
So you want it to be a triple threat hardcore match?
Yes, I do.
Crowd cheers.
Yes, I do.
Okay, sound good to me. You're in.
That was easy.
Well, it's easier for one to make their own funeral arrangements.
Excuse me?
I'm assuming you will go the route of pauper's grave.
MVP grabs GM Xavier and lifts him up.
I'm kidding. I took improv at Dimple Studios under the MIT.
MVP puts down Xavier.
You're in the match. It's up next.
MVP smiles. Interior, the RWA Arena wrestling ring. Star Mania Match 3. The Killer versus MVP versus Jules the Historian.
This is going to be a triple threat hardcore match.
MVP and Jules both hate the killer.
Perhaps we are about to see a handicap match.
Cheryl is in the ring.
The following is a triple threat hardcore match. All weapons are legal, as are the moves. The pinfall or submission must take place inside the ring.
Ref Small John Healy is in the ring. Blood, Water by Grandson hits as MVP comes out.
MVP!
She walks out with a slight limp.
From Detroit, Michigan, please welcome Nicole Von Power.
MVP walks down and gives high fives to all the fans. She gets in the ring and poses and smiles.
MVP is one of the breakout stars of RWA.
I agree. In my mind, she is a future world champion.
Yankee Doodle hits as Jules the Historian walks out in a gray robe with famous historical events on it.
Coming down the aisle from Woodstock, New Hampshire, Jules the Historian.
Jules.
I can see famous historic events on that robe.
I see the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Battle of Waterloo, and a pink dog?
Well, the first Pink Dog movie is a classic. Maybe it's that.
It's better than Two for the Road.
That film has the national treasure, Anthony Ramos.
I'm kidding. It's a nice robe.
Jules is in the ring. He shakes hands with MVP.
A sign of respect.
A red spotlight appears on the entranceway as goodbye by apparat hits. The arena is in darkness except for the light. The killer appears.
From parts unknown, the killer!
You want to talk about brutal? This man is brutal.
He's unstoppable in my eyes.
Well, look, even Hercules had an issue with his heel.
I think that was another god.
Onion or onion, it's all the same to me. The killer must have a weakness. Perhaps if MVP and Jules team up, they can stop this monster.
I agree. They need to work together.
Small John Healy shouts to the bell ringer.
Ring the bell.
The bell rings.
Small John Healy, the son of Big John Healy, is the ref for tonight.
Buckle up, because this is going to be a ride.
MVP, the killer, and Jules all have a stare down. MVP and Jules rush the killer as they both land hard blows on him. The killer punches Jules and punches MVP away. MVP then rolls over and rolls back up. She runs at the killer, who slaps her so hard she goes flying over to the top rope.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Jules then lands a massive spinning heel kick on the killer. He then hits a big boot, but the killer is still standing. Jules then lands a side kick, but the killer catches him. MVP then comes in under the rope and nails the killer with a steel chair.
MVP with a steel chair!
Jules then lands a low blow on the killer and a running knee. The killer is still standing and dazed.
They may actually bring down the giant.
MVP lands a steel chair headshot, and the killer is still dazed. Jules lands another low blow, and the killer falls to his knees. MVP then lands another headshot with the chair. The killer is still on his knees.
Chair shots and a low blow.
Inhumane!
You can do it!
Can do it!
You can do it!
MVP and Jules looks at each other. MVP goes for another chair shot, but the killer punches the chair out of the way. The killer starts to get up. Jules rushes the killer, but is stopped by a big elbow smash from the killer. The killer starts to stand up. MVP lands a back kick to the stomach of the killer, who is now bent over. MVP lands a scissors kick, and the killer falls on his face.
The killer is down!
It took a lot, but they did it.
MVP rolls him on his back and pins him. Before the ref can count, the killer punches MVP off as she is shocked.
Not even a 1 count.
Jules is back in the ring with a kendo stick. He starts to hit the killer with it.
Jules unloading with that kendo stick.
MVP goes outside the ring and gets a ladder from under the ring. She also pulls out a table.
A ladder and a table? Oh my!
The killer is slowly getting up. We can see the kendo stick marks on his body. The killer then catches the kendo stick and pulls it from the hand of Jules. He then breaks the kendo stick. The killer then grabs Jules with both his hands. MVP has set up a table on the outside. The killer tosses Jules with ease over the top rope as he goes crashing through the tables.
Tables, tables, tables.
MVP checks on Jules.
I don't think that was the intention of that table.
These two have been working together. Now it looks like we may see MVP and the killer square off again.
MVP gets in the ring, comes face to chest with the killer.
MVP has not forgotten what the killer has done to her.
The killer attempts to punch MVP, but she turns it into a standing arm bar.
Great reversal.
The killer tries to shake off MVP, but MVP holds on. The killer falls down to a knee.
She is wearing down the big man.
That is the way to go.
The killer tries to roll around, but MVP is still holding the arm bar. MVP then lets go of the arm and goes for the Texas Cloverleaf on the leg.
Switch it up!
MVP is rolling out the submissions.
Jules is starting to get up on the outside. As he does, he goes under the ring, gets a fire extinguisher. The lights go out.
I think we lost power.
What is going on?
The lights go out, and MVP and Jules lay bloody on the mat. The killer then brings the ladder in the ring and a steel chair.
What the hell just happened?
Both are bloody and knocked out by the looks of it.
What the hell is the killer thinking?
The killer sets up a steel chair on the mat and then sets up the ladder. The killer puts Jules over his shoulder and climbs to the top of the ladder.
No, not this.
Wait a second!
The killer gets Jules in a pile drive position.
This'll end the career of Jules.
The killer lands a sit-down pile drive from off the top of the ladder. Jules gets pile driven into the steel chair. The killer goes for the pin.
1, 2, 3, ring the bell!
The crowd is silent. The killer's music hits.
I don't have words.
Jules lays motionless in the ring, as does MVP, who is bloody. Medical staff rushes in to check on Jules.
The winner of this match, the killer!
The killer's music hits as he leaves the ring.
Jules may be done for.
Jules and MVP are both getting medical attention.
Jules, MVP. Jules, MVP.
Jules is put on a stretcher. MVP is helped out. The killer's music stops. MVP waves away the staff.
That means I might have a line.
All you have to say.
I can walk out.
Yeah,
MVP, MVP,
MVP.
Haircut.
MVP.
Oh, fuck yourself, Mickey the cheese.
MVP walks out to the back. Jules is on the stretcher. The staff brings him up the ramp, and have put a neck brace on him.
Jules.
Jules.
What an effort!
They tried, but even these two could not defeat the killer.
As Jules is being rolled up the ramp, he puts his thumb in the air. The crowd goes wild.
You can't keep down Jules.
MVP as well. She really has the power.
What a match!
End of match 3. Interior, RWA backstage. El Loco is backstage. He is looking at a photo.
I'm doing this for you. Tonight, I win the big gold.
El Loco puts the photo down. It is El Loco and Quinn with the RWF tag team title. Interior, RWA backstage, locker room. The prince is in his locker room. The queen then walks in. The prince stands up.
My queen.
You stand for no one. Look, I just wanted to say that tonight is your night. Win the gold for God's country. Show El Loco why you are the prince.
I will. Anything for you.
Good. Tonight is your time. When you win, I've set up a rematch for you.
With who, my queen?
The queen does the you can't see me motion with her hand.
Good luck. See you across the pond.
The prince smiles as the queen leaves. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. Star Mania match 4. The Prince versus Mr. El Loco, RWA World Championship match, steel cage. The steel cage is above the ring. The RWA title is covered by a red velvet sheet next to the commenter's table.
This is it, the main event of Star Mania.
This all started because of a tournament. Now it comes to a head in this main event.
But let's look at how we got here.
A promo video starts. The text 1994 appears on screen in a black and white video. We see the Prince and El Loco teaming up.
The following is a tag team title match.
The Prince and El Loco start to work together well on the opposing team. They land many double team moves and finally score the pinfall. They have their hands raised in victory as they hold their tag team titles up.
They did it! The Prince and El Loco are the WWE Tag Team Champions!
Various moments are shown with the two winning titles and having great moments together.
They are now 3-time Tag Team Champions!
The Prince and El Loco gets win after win.
4-time Tag Team Champions!
We see the Prince on El Loco's shoulder as he pushes the Prince up a ladder. The Prince grabs the tag team belt.
They have won Tag Team Gold for a 5th time!
We see the Prince and El Loco facing Hulk Hogan and John Cena.
The Prince and El Loco are looking to win Tag Team Gold number 6, this time from Hulk Hogan and John Cena.
We see a great matchup between both teams. El Loco lands the super power bomb on Hulk Hogan. The ref counts the 1, 2, 3.
They did it! Reign number 6 has started.
The Prince and El Loco are backstage.
Thank you for being my friend.
Yeah, I'd be in a dark place if it wasn't for you.
The two hug. The text years later appear on screen. We see the RWF and WWA logos. The Prince and El Loco are showcased in both moments from that time.
The Prince is a former RWF North American champion and WWA Hardcore champion. El Loco is a former RWF Tag Team champion. These two held Tag Team Gold in WWE. Can they do it again here in WWA?
We see the Prince and El Loco teaming up, but El Loco gets pinned. We then see the Prince attack El Loco. Present day. Text appears on screen. We see the RWA logo. The Prince is backstage with El Loco.
Water under the bridge.
The Prince extends his hand. El Loco is staring down the Prince.
Let's be friends. Again, for Quinn.
Fine, but only for Quinn.
The screen fades to black and more text appears. The false lie. We see the event from early in RWA Flash as the Prince and the Killer attack Mr. El Loco.
The Prince has opened a door he can't close.
This friendship is over.
Quick flashes of the Prince and El Loco winning tag team gold in WWE are shown. More flashes of them in RWF and WWA are shown. The final flash is the prince standing over El Loco. We hear one final voice.
The thing is, El Loco is cursed. El Loco is also forever alone. Bob is dead. Quinn is dead. I've looked in your soul. Seems like you're dead as well.
El Loco appears in the spotlight as his voice plays.
I am dead inside. I'm dead inside because I have no friends. This Sunday I'll fight like I've got no soul. When I'm done with you, I'll take your soul with me because I am Mr. El Loco. I am the Soul Eater.
The RWA title comes into video as the video comes to an end. We are back in the arena.
El Loco! El Loco!
I've got goosebumps.
Friends since 1994 are clashing in the biggest match in RWA for the biggest prize in the company.
This is going to be brutal.
A bunch of soldiers come out marching. They come out at attention and then go into parade rest. War by Edwin Starr hits as Mr. El Loco comes out in a Jeep with Captain Ego and Major Giselle. Mr. El Loco is holding the RWF Tag Team title, and the name tag of on his uniform is Diaz. Mr. El Loco drives the Jeep down the ramp in between the soldiers. El Loco parks it outside the ring. El Loco puts down the tag team title on the Jeep. El Loco, Ego, and Giselle hug.
You win that world title, man.
Go crazy on him.
El Loco! El Loco!
What an entrance by El Loco.
El Loco still has the support of his real friends.
El Loco poses in the ring as the Jeep and the soldiers go to the back. El Loco takes off his army jacket and poses in the ring. A huge crown structure is being lowered on the top of the ramp. The crown is golden and with big diamonds in the side of it. The door opens and out comes the queen. She has the mic.
Tonight, the man who saved me will also save RWA and save the city, the crazy bastard in the ring. Long live the queen.
Fuck the queen! Fuck the queen!
Eat my ass.
King of Kings hits as the queen is cut off. The prince comes out in a suit jacket with money on it, red crown and green tights. He is also holding a staff. The queen and the prince hug. The prince walks down the ramp to the ring. Referee Dilly Willy is in the ring. The prince gets in the ring.
You suck!
The prince puts his pinkies up. He takes off his suit jacket and crown. He then puts down his staff. Both are in different corners.
The Falling is a cage match for the RWA World Championship.
Referee Dilly Willy has the championship still covered.
Please reveal the championship.
Dilly Willy uncovers the championship. It is in the shape of a big gold crown, similar to the big gold belt WCW used. The World RWA is also on it.
That's a great belt!
What a belt!
It's so shiny.
Dilly shows the belt to both men. Dilly then puts it up between the men. Oh, where's Cheryl? Cheryl.
And his opponent.
Cheryl.
Oh,
Is your one.
what page are we on?
112. The top 112.
Hold on 1 second, and for the announcement to come, stage left. This is coming here right now. This is a cage match for that very title. In this corner from London, England, Donovan the Prince Santiago.
The prince puts his pinky up in the air.
I am the TPS. Cheer for me!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, Mr. El Loco!
Loco! Loco!
The only way to win this match is by pinfall or submission. It is also no DQ. Let the main event of the Star Mania begin!
The cage starts to lower as Cheryl gets out of the ring.
This is it!
We've been building to this.
These two former best friends are going to tear each other apart!
The cage lowers fully. The ref signals for the bell to be rung. The bell rings.
This is it!
Let's go.
El Loco and the Prince walk up to each other and have a stare down. The crowd is cheering in the background. The Prince throws a punch, but as El Loco blocks his fist and lands punches back of his own. El Loco lands 4 punches in a row before a 5th punch knocks him down. The Prince gets back up and throws another punch, but El Loco lands a few more punches. The Prince is then backed up into a corner, into the corner turnbuckle.
The Prince is on the run.
Like a sad dog on a sad day.
El Loco climbs the second rope and starts to pound on the Prince in the corner.
Pound his face! Pound his face!
El Loco is pounding Prince hard.
The Prince then lands a low blow.
Boo!
Prince is a crafty son of a gun.
Huge low blow.
The Prince then gets El Loco in a powerbomb position and lands a big sit-up powerbomb. The Prince goes for the pin.
1.
El Loco kicks out.
A kick out at 1.
El Loco stares to get to his feet. El Loco starts to get to his feet. The Prince then throws El Loco face first into the cage. El Loco bounces off the Prince once again, throws him into the other side of the cage. As El Loco comes back, the Prince lands a back body drop. El Loco grabs his lower back. The Prince then lands a fist drop on the fallen El Loco. The Prince then picks up El Loco and lands a European uppercut on El Loco, who is on spaghetti legs.
The Prince is in full control.
El Loco will be back. We know he has that crazy power.
The Prince lands another European uppercut, but El Loco is still standing. The Prince then grabs El Loco and is about to throw him onto this cage, but El Loco reverses it and throws the Prince into the cage.
El Loco! El Loco! El Loco!
That crazy power is coming out.
El Loco picks up the Prince and throws him into each cage wall. El Loco then puts the Prince in between the cage and the rope. El Loco rubs the Prince's face on the steel cage.
Like a cheese grater.
El Loco then elbows the back of the Prince's chest as he bounces off the cage, and El Loco elbows.
The Prince is stuck in between a rock and a hard place.
Funny thing is, the Prince has a pinfall victory over The Rock.
And El Loco once made John Cena tap out.
El Loco then grabs the Prince and puts him in a chokehold. El Loco now has the Prince in the center of the ring.
The Prince may pass out.
El Loco would be nice to let him pass out.
El Loco then starts spinning around while still having the Prince in the chokehold. The Prince's legs are off the ground.
Look at this!
Amazing power by El Loco.
El Loco then lets go of the Prince. El Loco is trying to get his bearings.
Are you okay?
El Loco.
Yes, I am.
El Loco goes towards the Prince, but gets caught in a small package.
1, 2.
El Loco kicks out. The Prince gets him again in another small package.
1, 2.
El Loco kicks out once again. The prince charges El Loco, who ducks a clothesline. El Loco attempts a big boot, but the prince slides under it. The prince then puts his arms around the waist of El Loco and lands a front-face takedown.
The prince with a takedown of El Loco.
The prince has much more speed and mat-based power.
The prince gets El Loco in a headlock on the mat. The prince then rolls up El Loco from another pin.
1, 2.
El Loco kicks out. The prince lands a chop block to the leg of El Loco. The prince goes for a pin.
1, 2.
El Loco kicks out.
Wearing down the big man.
The prince may be a son of a bitch, but he's smart.
So was John Appleseed, our 16th president.
He was a good president.
The prince then starts to work on the knee of El Loco, landing punches and elbows on his left knee. The prince then applies a knee bar.
Remember, this is a no DQ match.
Meaning even the ropes won't break this count.
Do you give up?
No. Tap, you son of a bitch. Tap.
The prince is a master of mind games.
The question is, will El Loco let him get in his head?
El Loco is still in the knee bar.
All your best friends are dead. You don't even talk to your former wife and kids. You are forever alone.
El Loco starts to get mad.
You are a goddamn nobody. You have been the dead weight of each tag team. It's because of you Quinn died.
El Loco starts to fume at the face.
I think the Nine Tails Dragon has been awoken.
El Loco rolls over and manages to break out of the hold. El Loco then kicks away the prince, who is now standing. El Loco faces pure red.
El Loco may have just found his power.
Fuck him up! Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
The prince attempts a European uppercut, but El Loco is not phased. El Loco then grabs the prince with one hand and lands a big choke slam. El Loco then lands another choke slam while still holding the prince. El Loco then lands a third one. El Loco then picks up the prince.
3 choke slams in a row.
El Loco then throws the prince face first into the cage. El Loco then puts the prince over his shoulders and throws him face first into the cage. El Loco then follows it up with a big boot, which knocks down the prince.
El Loco is showing his power.
Finish him off!
The prince is in the middle of the ring. El Loco looks up to the top of the cage. El Loco smiles and starts to climb.
Is El Loco going high up?
El Loco starts to climb to the top. The prince starts to get up slowly.
He's almost up to the top. But that son of a bitch, the prince is back up.
The prince starts to climb the cage. El Loco is at the top. The prince grabs the ankle of El Loco, who is standing at the top. El Loco grabs the prince with one hand. The prince pokes the eye of El Loco.
Both men are high up.
And the prince with the sneaky eye poke.
The prince punches and chops El Loco, who is holding onto the cage wire that goes into the ceiling.
El Loco can't see.
El Loco holds on tight as the prince lands punches and chops.
Both men have to be tired at this point.
They've given it all they have so far.
El Loco then headbutts the prince, who nearly falls off the cage. The prince then kicks the knee he targeted early. El Loco then lands a huge spear out of nowhere, and both men go flying off the cage and through the commentator's table.
Get out of the way!
Linda and Henry rush out of the way as both men land through the table.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Both men are laying on the floor. The table has been destroyed. Referee Dilly Willy comes outside the cage door and checks on them.
Looks like we are reconnected.
What a huge fall by both men.
Remember, this match can only end in the ring and via pinfall or submission.
This has been such a back and forth match.
El Loco starts to get up slowly.
El Loco's back up. You can tell he's in pain.
Both men want that first world title. Not only that, but this is so personal.
El Loco attempts to pick up the prince, but he is dead weight.
The prince may be knocked out.
Or he is biding his time.
El Loco then stares at the RWA title, which is on a pedestal outside. El Loco picks it up. El Loco then looks at the prince. The prince gets up slowly, and El Loco rushes him and bashes his face with the title. The prince falls to the floor and starts to bleed.
You made this personal. I'll make you bleed forever. You stupid excuse for a person.
El Loco has unleashed his rage.
But is El Loco taking too much time on the outside?
That may be his flaw, but he is in control.
The prince, who now has a bloody face, is crawling towards the ring apron. He crawls under the ring. El Loco puts down the championship back on the pedestal.
This match needs to end in the ring.
The prince has crawled under the ring. El Loco is busy with the ref.
Okay, I'll bring him in the ring.
El Loco looks for the prince but cannot find him.
Did the prince disappear under the ring?
Perhaps he's with his friend Randall and Joey the trucker.
I wish I understood what that meant. Anyway, the prince must be planning something.
El Loco checks another side of the ring apron. El Loco then walks to the front area of the ring near the entrance ramp area. El Loco opens up the apron area and is whacked in the head from underneath the ring. El Loco has a huge gash on his face.
El Loco has been opened up.
Bud.
The prince comes from underneath the ring and he is holding the Dominator chair. The prince lands another chair shot that causes El Loco to fall down.
It's the Dominator!
That barbed wire chair with nails in it.
Oh.
The prince used this in the RWF, the WWA, and TCW. Now it's back in RWA.
El Loco is on his knees and is crawling back to the steel steps that lead into the cage. The prince hits him hard on the back as he crawls away. The prince does this over and over again.
You wanted this. You demanded this.
The cage door is open as El Loco does a small crawl into the ring. The prince whacks him in the leg with the chair. El Loco now has cuts all over his body.
Both these men are bleeding like a stuffed pig on a Tuesday.
As we said before, this is so personal. Best friends turned rivals. They must hate each other deep down.
El Loco is back in the ring and still crawling. The prince keeps hitting him, but El Loco keeps getting back to his knees. He puts his fist up while bloody and on his knees.
Why don't you just give up? Why do you keep pushing forward? What is your deal? Don't you understand how worthless you are? What? What is your motivation?
I can do this all day.
But why? Why, goddammit? Why?
The prince hits El Loco in the head with the chair. El Loco is still on his knees.
I don't want to hurt anyone, but I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
You are not Captain America. You are Captain Failure. A goddamn failure.
The only failure I see is the one right across from me.
The prince goes for another chair shot, but El Loco jumps up and punches it out of his hands. El Loco now stands face to face with the prince.
El Loco just punched that chair.
His hand, it's bloody from it.
Both men are bloody as they have a stare down.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yes, it is.
The prince and El Loco are still staring each other down.
Let's finish this once and for all.
You are done for. It's over for you.
Both men then start having a hockey fight as they land punches after punch, or punch after punch.
How are they doing this?
They are running on pure hate at this point.
The prince then lands a spinning elbow to the face of El Loco, who falls back, but is still standing. The prince then kicks the gut of El Loco and lands the royal stunner. El Loco goes flying into the corner turnbuckle.
The royal stunner.
But El Loco is still standing.
The prince then lands another royal stunner. El Loco falls to the ground. The prince falls back first on El Loco. The ref counts.
1, 2.
All of a sudden, El Loco locks in a chokehold from the ground.
The El Loco Choco.
He used this in the WWE. It's been years since he pulled out this move.
He beat The Rock with this.
The prince is trying to get out, but El Loco then wraps his legs around the prince.
He's got it in tight.
Both men are bloody and sweaty as El Loco has the move in. The prince's arms start to flail.
The prince looks like a fish out of water.
The prince keeps flailing. The prince then lands a few elbows on the knee of El Loco. El Loco's knees then lose the grip. The prince is able to get up slowly with El Loco on his back. The prince gets up slowly as El Loco still has him in a chokehold. The prince's elbows the gut of El Loco, who releases the hold. The prince then attempts a clothesline, but El Loco dodges it and lands a massive spinning elbow blast that sends the prince face first into the cage. The prince then bounces off the cage. The prince then lands back first on El Loco's shoulders. El Loco has him in a reverse torture rack.
What a series of moves.
El Loco with a torture rack out of thin air.
El Loco is in the middle of the ring. All of a sudden, the prince taps.
It's over. The prince taps.
The ref signals for the bell to be rung. The bell rings and El Loco breaks the hold as the prince falls to the mat. El Loco's theme song hits. El Loco falls to his knees crying. The cage starts to lift. The ref brings the belt in the ring.
Here is your winner and the first ever RWA World Champion, Mr. El Loco!
El Loco! El Loco! El Loco!
El Loco finally stands as he is crying and holding the belt. Confetti and fireworks go off. Captain Ego and Major Giselle get in the ring. The prince lays bloody on the outside of the ring.
The war hero has done it.
It took him over 20 years, but he did it. The hard work in WWE paid off. The blood, sweat, and tears in RWF made this happen. His will to keep fighting in WWA led to this. This is his moment. This is the moment of El Loco.
El Loco hugs Captain Ego and Major Giselle in the ring. Both of them lift El Loco on their shoulders as he poses with the belt. More fireworks and confetti go off. You deserve it. You deserve it. The crowd is on their feet as they are cheering and clapping for El Loco. El Loco puts the world title in the air.
For the first time in the career of El Loco has reached the top of the mountain.
Interior. RWA backstage. The Killer and GM Xavier are watching backstage on video. The new era is with them as well.
I am ready to take my title match now.
Not yet.
But why? He attacked you with the steel chair. Don't you want me to end him?
In time. For now, Let him have his moment.
GM Xavier turns to the new era.
As for you all, what is next?
Rebecca pulls out the letter the prince gave her.
Well, let's just say our bank accounts are full.
Oh, really? How so?
Let's just, me and the prince have our stuff aside, but also we have a new weapon, thanks to this letter.
This is not an episode of Lost. Spill the beans.
Bob Diaz walks into the room with a mask covering his face and long hair. He has on a red outfit.
Please welcome the not-so-dead Bob Diaz, or as he is known now, the Red Soldier.
But how?
Like an episode of Lost, you'll have to wait to find out.
The group turns to the TV. Interior, the RWA arena, wrestling ring. El Loco is still celebrating.
Henry Cherry.
I don't have that.
It's at the bottom of page 126.
I don't have that printed.
All right.
Do you want me to just jump in for Henry Cherry then?
Sure.
All right. What the hell did we just witness backstage?
I think things are just getting started in the RWA.
El Loco, El Loco, El Loco, El Loco, El Loco, El Loco, El Loco,
The final shot of Star Mania is El Loco holding up the gold with a tear in his eyes. The screen fades to black as the RWA logo appears. The end.
Woo! Yeah! Wait, take every bow, everybody up here. Yeah. Come up here. Take a bow. We did it. Thanks for doing it, everybody. Yeah. Get up here, everybody. You earned it.
Donovan, I thought you were joking.
Hold on, I gotta.
No, it was true. All right. Cool. Before we end, it's promo time. I don't even know who's watching this. I didn't even check the stream. Oh, we got two
Who
people
isn't
watching
this?
Yeah, two people.
Yeah,
watching.
2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to say before we get to promotions, thank you. Like I said, this was something fun. Obviously, you can see from a few the errors. It was a fun thing. That's all. But will there be a sequel? If there's enough demand, maybe.
Yes.
You have to message me if you want to see why Bob Diaz is back from the dead as the Red Soldier. We couldn't use Winter; it was copyrighted by another company. So
Could have used
unfortunately,
I
spring.
wonder who.
yeah.
The spring
Anyway,
soldier.
before we go, who wants to promote? Raise your hand. Nicole.
Hey, I do a podcast with my friend Sarah called the Adam and Andy podcast, and we watch only Adam Driver and Andy Samberg movies and or TV shows. So we like those guys and we watch all their shit. And if you like them too, you can find us on all the usual places. Right now we're watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again from the beginning, so come check it out.
Nice. Who else? Who rose their hand? I can't. Whitney?
Just a couple quick things. One, I'm part of an improv group over at the Pack Theater called Disaster Time. It's kind of it's like your create your own adventure kind of pathway. So we're on every Wednesday. I'm trying to convert the time because it's over in California, so it's usually 8 o'clock for them. It's 11 o'clock for the Eastern Coast, but if you are a night owl like me, come watch. And I am currently working on a Twitch show called Chaotic Roll, also on the Pack Theater. We're finalizing a time, so once that gets up and running, I will let you guys know. But just stay tuned if you like D&D themed stuff. So that's it.
Cool. Anybody else? Ryan Miller?
So I also do a D&D thing. I'm a player in a campaign called Roll of the Dice 8 on Twitch. We usually stream every Friday around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just finished with a mini side quest edition, which you can check out on YouTube and catch up on it. Yeah, that's me, and I also am in a group called what are we called, Curry? Corey? That's what we are. You damn right. And we stream every Tuesday at 7:00 on Twitch. I forget what the new channel's called.
Something.
Janice.
Something.
Hi, I'm Janice Matias, and I'm a storyteller. And I have some stories, true life stories, on podcasts. So many, but if you just Google my name, Janice Matias, and you like to hear true stories about life, check my podcasts out.
Anybody else? Mr. Loco?
Oh yeah.
And then Jay Meeks.
Yeah. First off, thanks everybody for this. This was so fun and wild. Donovan, big shout out to you. That was so much fun. What a wild ride. Yeah.
I was wondering who was gonna win. It had me going. It had me going. Yeah.
Real tears. We're today. But yeah, Good News Comedy is my news parody show. It's about Canadian news, so it's very polite and drunken, as Canadians tend to be. It's the last Friday of the month at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. Go to bed, Danny. George.
No.
Danny, get some rest.
Jay Meeks, and then who else?
It's nearly 5 a.m. It's no point.
If anybody's putzing around on TikTok, follow Jay Meeks 1.0.
Heck yeah.
Who else is next? Susan and Carolyn.
I'm on a vlogcast, 13 and 1 questions, episode 20. Susan Skrosco, and I'm on with my friend Francis Veltri. It's his podcast, and it's on YouTube. Hope you can catch it. Thank you.
Carolyn?
Yeah, I'm freezing up a little bit, sorry. But on Thursday nights, I'm part of a team that's doing an improvised sitcom. It's called Live from the Asylum, and that's streaming on Facebook. I think you have to look at my page to find out where, but that's every Thursday night at 9:30 EDT.
Danny's got his hand up. Rebecca. Yes?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the first thing I would like to promote is the sunrise.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Dan.
It's too bright, but it looks actually beautiful. More importantly, though, let's promote my stuff. So I'm part of an improv group called Portsmouth Improv Experience. We're a UK-based small scale improv group. We're on Facebook at Portsmouth Improv, and I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Danny Unplanned. Very rarely I can be found on Twitch at Downbeat Danny. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Anybody else?
I've got the backside of the sun out here, so.
The backside. Anybody else before it's time to go? McNair? Mikey the Rat?
Wait, no, never mind. We're done with that stuff. We're good. We're good.
There we go.
We're done with that lightning team stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, our team has another show, Robo Potato.
All right, I lied. Take it away.
That's it. I think it's June 7th, the Armory, 7 p.m.
Let's see. If anybody else before?
Yeah, I was going to complain that it was too late and I'm falling asleep and all that. But you know what? You guys got me beat. So give me a second to find the numbers for the thing. But most of you guys know and have heard it. So Vintage Improv Festival has lots of classes and a variety of other stuff. Also, they have a jam session, which is on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. All are welcome. And we do long form, short form. We do any form. We'll do anything. And but you have to be aware that it's for people who are 50 plus. So if you're not 50 plus, then it doesn't matter. Show up anyway.
Cool. Anybody else before I'll say, yeah, thank you for indulging in this project, because I think it's fun and you need the stress relief from whatever is going on in the world. And then, and also it's easier to do this online anyway, because I don't have to print out the scripts. But like I said, really fun. Feel free to follow the YouTube account. I'll still be doing online shows for a bit. I just opened up an online show group. So if you want to get in on that, I want to try to do 2 shows a month, 3 shows a month. Like I said, maybe I'll write a sequel if people really want a sequel. So you have to request, because where do you go when a dead guy comes back and the 16th president was Johnny Appleseed?
I would love to learn more about Johnny Appleseed. How he became our first.
He might have been a wrestler, the first ever president wrestler. So
Amazing.
anyway, if you wanted to come back, or if you want to see a spinoff on Johnny Appleseed, the wrestler,
Johnny Appleseed
wrestling a bear, I'll write it. So anyway, that's it. It's time to go to bed and relax. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody? Because I'm overwhelmed. So
It would have to be called Johnny Grappleseed.
Yes.
All right. Put all your stuff in the chat, in the Facebook chat, and I will see you all later. Thanks for. Oh, I forgot to play the music.
Thank you,
Cue the music.
Donovan, baby.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Great job.
Great job.
Great job, everybody. A lot of fun.
Loyalty, have a good night. Respect.